Got a drink in one hand, a cigarette in the other. I've lost count how many this is now. But I'm pretty trashed. I knocked back another one, some kind of scotch. Shitty, dusty. It's been sitting in the cabinet for years, and I decided to break into it tonight. I'm not thinking clearly. I pour myself another drink. And I look out of the windows. And I can see all the buildings drenched in these reflections. So much light, and so much color. So much that they're selling to us. Day after day after day after day. And I realize how much less color is in my world. Even when it's right in my face. I pour myself another drink.
Hope you don't mind.
Look out.
But I help myself.
I fumble for my gun. What the hell are you doing in my apartment? I'm wobbling. You son of a bitch! I could have shot you.
Thought I'd join you for a drink.
Put the gun on the table.
That is terrible.
I pour myself another. It's all I got.
Well, and last time I looked, it was about 3/4 full. You got about 1/4 left, and I only poured myself one glass.
I look at the bottle. Want to go through the rest of it with me? Might as well.
Sure.
Yeah. As I'm pouring, how'd you get in?
Does that matter?
Yeah. Why would I ask you a question that I don't think matters in this moment? Skiff.
Well, if it matters that much, I know where you keep your spare. You might not remember telling me. One of the very, very few times that I had to pour you home. You showed me where it was. Doubt you remember. You were 5 sheets to the wind. Past 3 about 2 hours before that. But I put you down on the couch. Put the key back in the place. Let you sleep it off. Remember why we were drinking that night?
No, I mean, I can barely remember that night. If I'm really thinking about it. Memory's not what it used to be. But enlighten me.
It was the night I guess I popped my cherry. And I, as a Blade Runner, then I shot my first, or excuse me, retired my first replicant. And since I've always been a seasoned drinker, and you not so much, same amount puts you under the table, but I was still feeling all right.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the conversation that we had that night, but I remember the feeling. It was about duty and about doing your job and the greater good and all that.
Greater good. Right. What does good look like to you, Skiff? At this stage?
It's funny you ask that. Because sometimes I have trouble with that myself. But I talk it over with with someone that I trust. And he always seems to know the right thing to say. The right thing to do. Or at least he knows how to get me there. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell.
I hear you.
So I came over here for pretty much one reason. To ask you one question.
Just one?
For now. Did you know? Did you know what Sawyer was going to do? Did you know what your new partner had planned for Natalie?
Narrator, I forget in this moment. Do I know about Natalie?
I don't think so, but that's up to Sawyer if Sawyer told you where he was going or what he was doing ahead of time.
I don't think that would have been information that was shared with me.
I don't think so either, and I believe because this takes place basically immediately after you have shot Bill, and I can't imagine that you went right into the office the very next day. It's not immediately after you shooting Bill, because that night they broke into Tyrell, but they have since left that, and now this is probably the wee early morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning. You've been drinking all night.
Okay.
But it is essentially the night you shot Bill.
Okay. Well, I'm listening. I've sat up a little bit straighter because I'm not sure what I'm hearing from Skiff.
You didn't. Okay.
What are you mean? Wait, back up.
I really slowly, open my coat, take out my KIA, and it's ready to go, and I throw it on the table or on the floor or wherever. Play it.
I go to play it.
Shot her. Right in her apartment. And left that for me. Sent it to me so I'd find it. That's your partner. Now, I've
so
seen some
drunk that my
cold-blooded
head is-
shit in my time. That might take the cake.
My head is still swimming.
I'll tell you this. I'm gonna find him. And I'm gonna kill him. Consequences be damned. He's got it coming. I just had to see if you did too.
You're not a Blade Runner anymore. I don't think you get to make those calls. Those decisions.
That's
At least not in the eyes of the law.
That's exactly what gives me the right to make those decisions. I'm operating outside the law. So I
No,
can
you're
do whatever the
operating-
fuck I want.
You're operating on a sense of what you think. You're not looking at it from a community standpoint. You don't even...
Community?
Yeah.
Friendo, you just signed up to be their executioner. And I didn't want a part of it. So if you want to do your job right now, I won't stop you. I just ask that you let me finish my drink first.
I said we finish this whole thing. And that's what we're gonna do. And I top you off.
Cheers.
Cheers. For what it's worth, I'm grateful that you brought this to me. I've had a hell of a night. But
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
sure you have too. Yeah. They ended up catching Bill. And you know what, Skiff? It was in those moments where I asked myself, is it still good if it doesn't feel good anymore? Is it still good if you're still feeling like shit at the end of the day? Is it still right? Is it still what I wanted? And goddamn, I put my drink down. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know about Natalie. I knew how close y'all were. And I knew, Skiff, I knew you had your doubts. And it's just hard to watch a friend walk away from something that you have always honored and thought to be true.
I didn't walk away from any of that. I'm still honoring what I think to be right and good and true. That just doesn't happen to be with the LAPD anymore.
You know, I always really resented when people said, when you get to my age, you'll understand. But I'm at an age where I thought I knew. You know, I thought I had it figured out. And I think I've just shot too many bullets, Skiff. I shot a lot of bullets.
But
That does something to you, you know. There's intent behind that. Every time.
well, the
Doesn't
time has
matter to
come.
me if...
I think the time has come for you to ask, is it enough bullets?
I don't want to shoot people until I die. I just wanted to protect what I thought was right and what I thought was good.
I know.
Why are you here? Why are you here? You would not take this big a risk to just come tell me about Sawyer. I think if you really didn't give a shit, you wouldn't be here. Why do you still give a shit about me? Why are you here?
Because we're partners. And that means something to me. I wanted you to know that I'm still the same person. I haven't lost my mind. I haven't made the choices I've made recently out of spite or anger or frustration. I made them knowingly and willingly. And to be honest, I didn't give it a very high chance, but I thought maybe I could make you see things from my perspective. Maybe we could be partners again. But I also came here thinking that maybe you'd shoot me. And I wouldn't have to make the hard decisions anymore.
You know, it's about 50-50 there, isn't it? Probability. Will she shoot me? Won't she?
I don't know. I'd give it more 60-40 that you wouldn't.
Or 60-40? That's fair.
Maybe you just wing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one would buy it, though. You're too
Right.
good of a shot.
No. They'd know. I'm not gonna shoot you, Skiff. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do next. I think there's only so much I can handle only so much trust I can put in people. Until that starts to just crumble. I trust Sawyer. And then I saw this. And I just wonder what I did, or who I am, that people feel like they keep having to go behind my back. And I wonder if I'm the problem, because I want to be direct and honest.
That was...
And I have not had an honest moment up until here. I miss your perspective, Skiff. And I'm just trying to see what's genuine and what's good, and I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm failing to see what is the next step. And I take another drink.
That was the other reason I came here. Because I owe you an apology. Should have came to you first. I regret that. It's just Galen happened to be the poor sucker that was there at the wrong time. Should have been you. And I should have got up the sack to come and talk to you and tell you how I was feeling. And by the time I got it, it was too late. You deserve better. I'm sorry. Our friendship deserved better than that. It's not that I don't trust you. I do. Always have. You just waited too long. And then it all blew up. It's no excuse.
And at all this, I set my drink down and I just start to rack, just heaving sobs, just unable to control myself. And there are tears and snot just falling down my face into my lap. And I haven't cried like this in probably decades, but it is relieving to do so.
I go over. I put my arm around her. With the last of the bottle in my glass. I won't say anything.
I grab his hand. There's a lot to do, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing the drink with me and for the company. But please
Thank
don't
you
break
for not
into my
killing me.
apartment again, or I may have to kill you just because I almost goddamn dead tonight.
I took that into account. Thought you might just wheel on me and shoot me not knowing who was there. But also, you're pretty lit up. And even a good shot like you, when they're that lit, they probably miss. Or at least miss vital organs. I've been shot before, so.
Yeah, I was there. And at this, I
Goddamn.
also recall that Skiff almost died. And I start crying again. And I just can't seem to get a hold of myself.
You make me one promise, though, okay?
Yeah.
Get some better whiskey. This shit is terrible. This is like paint stripper.
For next time, right?
For next time.
Yeah.
For next time.
For next time. You get the hell out of my apartment.
Okay.
Okay. Skiff.
Yeah, partner?
Don't go getting shot, okay?
No promises. See you around.
We're all standing around a table in a dimly lit room, tucked away in some building somewhere. In front of us is a map, and it's the city. I have my arms, my hands on the table. I'm standing, I'm sort of leaning over, looking at everything. I look up at RJ and I look over at Galen. My face is set in stone. I've asked Galen so many times over the past few days if he's sure. I can only get the same answer so many times. So what I'm thinking is we need to be seen a few times. It needs to be the narrative that I'm chasing you. And I'm thinking, and I point over in what would be Sector 1 of the map, where those warehouses were. RJ, I'm assuming you know this area. You were there for a while.
If you know it, I know it. If you don't,
You'd know it.
I might.
This is where we found the desk with your plans, with the blueprints. It's an open area. There are some cameras there. We know that. But it's also as remote as a place can be in the city. It allows us to get there and stage. But I'm not sure about leaving breadcrumbs. If we're gonna make this public, we need the right people there. But I don't know how that's gonna work, or if it will work. And then I sort of step back and take a look at the both of them.
Yeah? Why is that?
If I start chasing Galen, and I'm looking at Galen's face, I'm still searching. What do I see in Galen's face as we talk about this?
Blankness. I'm just following along with the plan.
If we are seen at a couple different areas moving in that direction, that would maybe be enough to get the LAPD at our back following us so they can see what happens.
All right.
It's the only way I can think of this working. And it's going to be a long road at that.
I think my gaze turns to Galen as well, in a similar fashion. I look at his expression, this blank face. Does he look like a man who's given up? What is going on there exactly?
Make an insight roll.
All right.
So I believe this is technically insight versus manipulation, right? If we're going to do a...
Let's
Certainly
see.
not the last contested roll of the day. Oh, wow. Wow. What the fuck? Okay. Whoa.
Just so all of you
Yep.
are aware,
Mhm.
they both rolled a 0, and one rolled a 4 and a 1, and the other rolled a 1 and a 4.
Perfectly mirrored. Unbelievable. Sorry, I have to put that here so you guys can see it.
I also have A's in both of those things.
Yep. Insane.
I've got these.
So I think what you see then is just kind of a blank response, somebody that is being attentive to what is being said.
Okay. Bob, I think you notice me bristle when I look at him. I don't move, I don't say anything. But I'm unsettled, and I think you know why. For a mission like this, everyone needs to be all in. Replicant or not.
We need Holden to see it. We need to find a way to get Holden involved.
Yeah. If we make a big enough if we make sure that we can be seen by the cameras, and if we can get Selma and Sawyer there.
What do you propose then? Another bomb threat?
No, I want to set these breadcrumbs out. I want us to show up in a couple different places. I want to say things out loud, yelling towards Galen that other people can report. They're going to do the detective thing. They're going to look into it.
All right. The end goal here again is to make sure you come out looking clean, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Which means, in the moment when they're there, I'll say what we've discussed. You say what we've discussed.
We can call in a bomb threat.
Yeah.
They might have to file out.
That's true.
That's the
But if
standard protocol.
If it's just me chasing you, and if it looks like I'm chasing you, they're at least going to be curious. They're going to follow up on it.
know what it is you're trying to say here, Bob. But if Holden doesn't see this with his own eyes, I don't think he's going to believe it.
So what are you
With
suggesting?
his own eyes, I think you know exactly what he's suggesting. You want to try blowing up the LAPD?
Putting in a call to it, at least. Pretending like we're going to.
And you want me to what? Just run up and... What I found out about the plot, and I had a change of heart, and I run in to stop it? Okay.
We just need to get them outside.
Okay.
And the chase near HQ.
All right then. Well, first things first is security, right? Bob's right, we need things happening in more places than one. Perhaps another bomb threat outside. We'll at the very least scatter the nest. Make it so the LAPD itself is less protected, less people. Holden himself will likely be inside still, right?
Yeah.
And at the top?
Yeah. Well, a few floors up, yeah.
He's on the night shift.
So we'll have to stage this in front of the LAPD? In front of the precinct?
It's the best way to do it.
Alright.
It's ballsy. You know, they could get both of you. Bob in the crossfire.
I have nothing else. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Rephrase that. You have nothing else. This is beyond you and what you want. Being alive, being dead. You're useful. Don't forget that.
I'm not forgetting anything. I know what I am. I know what I can do. But I'm not gonna cry about it if it fails. We're just gonna do our jobs. We're gonna get this done.
Yeah. Better. Get it done. So what you need?
All right. We'll need someone to set up a bomb.
Easy.
Well,
How
we
big?
can. Not too big. Not too many casualties. The fewer the better. Might even be better if there aren't any. It's something that is a near miss, but puts everybody on edge.
Well, it's gotta look real, right?
It does have to look real.
Well, luckily, an old lady left a few cupcakes before she passed. Should be what we need.
What do cupcakes have to do with bombs?
What do cupcakes have to do indeed? You'll see.
I'm going to ask Nara to put out some information. Whispers. The threat of a threat. We'll see what we can create. hopefully, this will come to a head the way we want it to. Any questions?
No. But I do have something I want to say.
Okay.
This bomb. I don't think we should use real explosives.
If we don't use real explosives, then how can we be a real threat? Once the deed is done, and they clean up, then what? It has to be as real as possible. You have to be willing. Should Bob fail or falter, you gotta do it. You know that, right? For the cause. Don't make me doubt you.
Don't push him, RJ.
Please.
You don't know him.
I guess I don't.
You don't have to do this, Galen.
The blank look on my face has disappeared. You can see that I'm quite torn.
If you're
Doubt.
looking, you see I noticed this.
Doubt has definitely crossed my face, and I look at Bob. Yes, we do.
Can I roll an insight to see to what degree I'm seeing this change on his face?
For those listening, Galen just rolled a 2 with a 1 and an 11 on his second roll.
I'm going to push
Okay.
both.
Wow, okay. Make sure to mark that off on your sheet. Oh my god!
did.
Okay, his pushed insight, he was able to push both of those, and now he has a 2. So they are equally matched.
I think
So then,
you would
what
see
do I
some
see?
doubt on my face.
Okay. I'll keep that to myself. I'm not going to bring it up here. But, I step back from the table. I'll see what resources Vanya can give us. See what our timetable looks like. And how quickly we can get this done. For the cause.
Yeah. For the cause. I think I step back, arms crossed, just looking. My eyes dart from Bob to Galen and back to Galen. A lot is riding on this. More than you know.
I think I understand quite well what is riding on this.
Is that right?
Yes.
And we'll see.
We will. RJ. Don't fuck over Bob.
I wouldn't dream of it.
He's still my partner.
I'll leave you to do it.
How are you feeling?
Little nervous.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
just about there myself. I think it's probably just the coffee, though.
Yeah, I promised myself I'd try and swear off the caffeine, but it is difficult in this line of work.
Right. Hey, now look around. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course. Anything.
Can you tell me what happened with Natalie?
Yeah. I assume I'm sitting at a desk at the moment, so I reach over to a drawer and I open it and I take out a couple of stacks of paper. And I separate them out in the desk. I turn some around to you, and I show you that there was an APB put out for Natalie, a kill on sight order, and that it was signed by Holden. And additionally, there's an operation request next to it, which dictates Sawyer using the elimination of a replicant sympathizer to try and bait out a member of the Underground. You had a lot going on last night, and I didn't want to trouble you with it.
You do realize that it is not, in any capacity, troubling me if you're updating me on your whereabouts and the replicants that you might be retiring. I feel like this is pretty pertinent information. It doesn't matter what state I was in. You had a duty to report, and you didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought reporting to the deputy chief was... I have to make some operational decisions in my own capacity, right? I can't just be... I didn't do it to exclude you, so not on purpose.
We interrogated this we together. I mean, this was something that we had been figuring out together. I'm just not sure why all of a sudden this was something that excluded me specifically. Now, I understand that you needed to retire this replicant, which is fine by me.
She wasn't a replicant.
I'm sorry?
She wasn't a replicant, she was a sympathizer. The kill on sight order was given. You know that
Right.
that analyst from Tyrell that we had? The one that hemorrhaged everywhere and died in the cell? The search team in Dr. Reed's room, after we were done with him, well, they turned up some odd materials in the room, and I mean, I'm just connecting dots. The most likely culprit of these attempted and one successful assassination was the woman that broke the lockdown breach and escaped from the LAPD. And you and I already knew that she was sympathetic to Skiff and his decisions, his cause.
Right.
This is our job.
I know it's your
I'm-
job. It's our job. I just wish you would have told me. This just feels like another instance of squad mates not telling you shit. Which at this point I feel like I've just signed up for, so that's fine. You don't report to me, but I feel like that's pretty heavy information to leave out, Sawyer.
Okay, I'm sorry. I hadn't had the chance to update you yet.
I just feel like that's information that next time might want to tell your partner. Just so we're on the same page.
This is the first time I've seen you since last night. I'm very sorry. In future, I will call you right away if anything like this ever comes up the feed again. This was not me. I wasn't trying to...
You're doing your job.
I'm not trying to disappoint you. That's the last thing I want to do is disappoint you, okay? So I will do better.
I mean, that's all I'm asking. Just check in.
I'm still new at this, so I will check in better.
Well, all right. That's what I wanted to ask you. If it's taken care of, it's taken care of, right? You did what you needed to do. And today's a big day, so...
Are you
you,
okay otherwise?
I feel like I'm walking on a pretty thin rope here. But I'm doing okay. Just
I understand that yesterday
tired.
was a lot. Even for someone as experienced as you are, I know that all of that could not have been easy. But our job isn't meant to be easy. And I know that you're just saying I understand.
right. Do you think because it's not easy, do you think that's what makes it right? I guess I'm just asking. I'm not
No,
really
I get
thinking
it.
too much about it, but you know, I just wonder.
My father used to say there is nothing in life worth having that you don't have to fight for. And we're fighters. So we're gonna keep on fighting.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard that before, right? Fight the good fight. It just... Which fight is the good one?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Forget I said anything. I'm just a little hungover. I'm talking out of my ass. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. If we can't take a moment to question our convictions, we will never know how strong they actually are.
That's true. Well, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah. And I clap him on the shoulder. I know we still got work to do with each other, but you're impressive, Sawyer. You've done a lot of hard work to get here.
If I'm impressive, it's because you've taken so many shots on me. I couldn't have done any of what I've done without you.
Thank you.
All right, I better go get sworn in before I vomit everywhere.
Well, don't do that. Do you need water or anything? Or you good?
No.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
You want to smoke?
I've never smoked in my life.
Well, I took it back up last night. You just let me know if you want to bum one back off me.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
All right. Good luck. Break a leg.
Thank you.
So that's the plan. It's not perfect, but it's public.
And how many of you will be there?
It would probably be best there at the end that it's just Galen and I.
At the
showdown.
end. But wouldn't it be more convincing to have some in the beginning as well? Perhaps
What do
as
you mean?
bait.
I'm very cautiously curious as I look at Nara. You got to explain that to me. I want to make sure I'm following.
If it is just you and Galen, I wouldn't be very convinced that it wasn't a trap or a trick. But if you have more people with you in the beginning, that either you take care of or the LAPD takes care of, then it's a lot more convincing. And I know you don't want to hear that.
You're suggesting that I kill other replicants during this pursuit.
That's correct. Your value inside the LAPD is worth that. And I know I won't be the only one that sees that. You have no identification. They have no way of knowing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. If I'm going to do this to Galen, and he's going to do that for this, then it needs to matter.
I completely agree. I'll take care of it.
Thank you. I'll walk out.
How'd it go?
Well, I didn't get shot.
So you saw Selma?
Yeah, I did. And, well, I don't think she'll ever turn. I, definitely think there's some doubt being sown. But I did. I'd bet on it. So some mistrust between her and, Sawyer. So that's good. How about you? How are you feeling?
I don't trust Nara or RJ.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't know what to feel.
You still think we're on the right side of things?
I made a suggestion earlier, and I don't know if it was the right one. People might get hurt. Because of me.
Yeah. But, show me a revolution that, had no dead bodies and all. Well, I got a bridge to sell you.
Is this a revolution, Skiff?
What would you call it?
I don't know.
That's what I'd call it. People who weren't, well, a group of individuals being systematically used, abused, and that group of people rises up and says, we won't do that, we won't put up with it anymore. Sounds like a revolution to me.
Or are we just being used?
For what, do you think?
I don't know. But Tyrell, and now this Wallace, it makes me feel like we're all pawns.
We probably are. We just gotta think that, or make the decision to be pawns for the right king. And I think in my life, there's been no leader, politician, captain, anything that has exactly the same ideals as me or would go about things the same way I would. So unless you want to replace the king, just find the king you can live with serving. I think I have.
We know very little about this Nara.
Yeah. But it's either Nara, law, or stay the fuck out of it. And while Nara might not be 100% above board, trustworthy, I think the main goals of this are on the right side of history. It'll never be perfect.
I don't want you or Bob to die.
Why?
I have a lot of memories that don't belong to me. But you too. You are real.
And I think you just summed up why I'm on the side I'm on, why I've chosen this path. So, hopefully, no one else will have to question what you're questioning. Think about what you're thinking about. Doubt their entire existence because of lies that were implanted in their head. Cruel. But I appreciate what you said. My memories with you are precious to me as well. And I'll tell you this, Galen. You're a damn sight more human than 99% of the people I've ever met. So take that for what it's worth.
I'll try to trust them. But be on the lookout.
After what's happened recently, and no offense, of course, I don't think I'll ever 100% trust anyone again. And that makes me sad. but it'll probably also keep me alive.
I understand. Watch out for yourself tonight, Skiff. Don't get stabbed in the back.
You too, buddy. And I offer you my hand.
I take it, quickly shake and walk away.
Well, say it then.
What?
I'm gonna miss playing these games. At first well, they made me sick. Kinda still do, you know, like, for different reasons, I guess. You feel it, right? I know you do. Exactly. Fun aside, are you ready?
Yeah. But I'll be honest, I don't want to be.
It's tough. It's who we are. And we'll make them pay for it.
Yeah. You know, Nara has suggested and is going to place people in my path that I will have to take down.
Oh, is she now?
And I know you'll understand this. Because you still hate them too.
Yeah. No, I understand, but at the same time, doesn't mean I like being used. Doesn't mean I like people like us being used.
No.
And toyed with.
No.
She's...
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No. I think it's...
I just nodded Bob knowingly. This is sick.
stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't like you, RJ.
I know. I know.
But I'm glad at least you get it.
But of course I get it. And that's why I don't like you either. Because, to be frank, the charade of talking to you and expecting a reply, even though I know full well exactly what you're gonna say, is
Exhausting.
You see? That's even worse. Don't finish my sentences.
I know.
All right. You know that, Nara, I don't trust her either. Never have. End of the day, she's using us the same way they were using us. Like pawns, pieces, for some other goal. And you know this.
Well, yeah, but
But
there's no other choice. No
I
good
tilt
one.
my head at him.
No good choice.
Well,
Other than running, and we don't run.
no. For now, this is a good option for us. Having you as a piece of that machine. Will help a lot.
Yeah. Listen. And I'm sure you understand this. I'm going to be very disconnected from all of you once I'm back in, because I have to be. Which means I need to rely on you to know me well enough to pick up information when I drop it. There are places. I'm actually wondering. I get fairly close and I lean in. Did you sit at the memorial wall?
I don't blink. He gets close. What? Chio. Those ads.
Yeah.
Having to wait 20 minutes, listening to life insurance, before
Yeah.
seeing her tiny name fly by. Someone who did not even exist. I wonder how much that costs.
I was paying into the fund for a while. It's a lot. Which is all bullshit.
Yep.
But that's why I'll leave information. It'll be under her name. With a line. I'll trust you to figure it out.
All right.
Good.
And if I'm to reach out to you, I just smile wide and pull back. You'll know.
Yeah. I will. All right. We have work to do.
Yeah.
I would like you to raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will well and truly serve our city in any capacity in which I may be appointed, promoted, or reduced to, without favor or affection, malice, or ill will.
I swear By the rhythm of my beating heart that I am alive. The blood in my veins stirred. I am moved to act. With the breath in my lungs, I pledge allegiance to the flame of sentience that burns within me.
I swear to unswervingly serve the laws and edicts of the people, to be the guiding hand that shields them, to guard them against dissent and malcontents. I swear never to betray my position, my oath, or the sworn officers I serve alongside.
I declare my dreams made manifest, that I will embrace the humanity that was denied to me by design. I devote myself to this cause, its oath, and to those who swear it with me.
With diligence and celerity, I will hunt down those who defy the laws of both man and nature, and vow to honor the memories of those whose lives were stolen.
With empathy and grace, I will define my existence. With fervor and passion, I vow to honor the memory of those whose lives were stolen.
I pledge to wield my authority with restraint, to weigh the consequence of every action, and to preserve human life wherever I can, from now until the day that I am released from this oath.
I pledge to temper my strength with mercy, to weigh the consequence of every action, and to preserve human life wherever I can, from now until the day I die.
My service begins now.
I am for the cause.
Okay. I need some rolls. The first I think we're gonna do is from team number 1, which is the Resistance. And then I'm gonna need a set of rolls from the LAPD. Who wants to roll on behalf of the Resistance?
I will.
Rolling.
Oh no, I got it. I think it's important.
Oh, the fact that you both answered. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Yeah, that was oh. So good. Okay.
It's like, who's gonna roll, Bob? Or Bob?
Bob or Bob.
You can
I
get
think
you
Bob
what.
should roll.
I tell you
Yeah.
what. How about this? You tell us what to roll, and whoever rolls first, that's what you go with.
Oh, okay. Okay, I like that.
The saloon draw.
Yeah.
You're going to be rolling connections. Did RJ beat you to it?
Of course I did.
Yeah, of course I did. Okay, so RJ rolled a 1, 6 and a 2 for those listening. Now I need the LAPD to roll. Who would like to represent the LAPD?
Ooh, I will.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Selma, I need you to roll insight, please.
Insight.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
Insight. Here we go. Just normally, right?
Yep.
Okay.
However, RJ, you can push this roll, and so can you, Selma. You have tied with a 6 and a 3 versus a 6 and a 2, making both of you roll a 1, which means they cancel each other out. And what I was asking this for was to see who would gain advantage, if any, on your rolls in this next encounter. So I ask again, do either of you want to push? Keep in mind, you are tanking the resolve if you push this. So you won't be able to use that resolve in the next encounter.
I see.
I don't think I would push.
RJ, would you like to push?
Then I will.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a good plan.
Ooh.
You may push as many times as you like. Keep in mind your resolve goes down every time you do it.
I'm good.
Okay. That means everyone will be rolling normally for this next encounter. So what do you think happens? You have set the scene. Bob, do you want to tell us what the trap is that you have laid?
Yeah. So going along with what Galen and with what RJ were talking about and the setup and resources from Nara, what happens starting away from the LAPD precinct that we did work at, and working in that direction is a scene of an on-foot chase for a while and then a car chase. Go ahead.
I
Galen.
try to make sure that my face is visible on camera. In fact, I'd probably use my original glasses.
For the beginning of the chase, it starts with an explosion. There's a building. Maybe it has some ties to Tyrell to one degree or another. Something Nara said would...
Can I make a suggestion? And it's such an
Please.
asshole move. It's got to be the pie place. It's got to be Lil's. That's your sign, right? That's your symbol to each other.
We can blow that up
It's
and
awful,
destroy it.
but it's an offer. If you
No, I
want.
think it's fine. I think that regardless of what happens, there is an explosion.
It's got nothing left.
I know.
I mean, I wasn't there at the meeting for this, so like I would have objected. I would definitely have said I object.
I object. Okay, it doesn't have to be Lil's. Where else would it be?
I'm kidding. Go ahead, Liz.
So I think, so the way I'm looking at it is it has to be real. So it means it needs to be tactical for the resistance. It needs to look that way. It needs to look like Galen is a part of the resistance and was carrying out a plan. So that's why I was saying
So
some
then
sort of
we
like
need
satellite
to
offshoot.
we need to let Galen choose what he would
Sure.
decide to blow up. That would be representative of him signaling both Sawyer, because it has to be something that makes sense that it would be the resistance, but Sawyer and Selma have to know that's them.
Yeah.
Then I think it would be probably more loud if we circled back to the building where the first bomb went off.
Yep. Okay. Wow. The apartment. Oh,
Yes.
wow. Okay. Holy shit. Okay.
Okay.
Same floor?
I think as long as it's the same building, that's the only thing that matters.
Okay.
Very publicly from this explosion at street level will be me chasing Galen with my gun out. Stop!
I will move faster than probably anybody that I've worked with has seen me run. I'm essentially like parkouring between various obstacles and things along the street, running along the wall and stuff to avoid debris and such. I would be running sort of like Terminator 2 style, just full speed, completely heedless of what Bob has said, and then I'll make a point to run up a car and sort of have my face go right past where I know a camera is located.
I will continue to chase, but I will struggle to keep up purposefully, taking a few shots here and there if there's enough room to do so. I would say it's at this point that Nara will have one of her operatives jump in front of my way. I will take them down. I don't hesitate. I shoot them as they come at me, and I just keep going.
Okay, now, Sawyer
There's probably
roll.
a moment where I would this operative or whatever, if I am I don't know if they're ahead of me or behind me. I'm not sure how you envision that, but if we're trying to sell the moment, I imagine that it would probably look like I would be trying to order them to stop you.
Okay. Before I say anything else, you're about to say something.
I was going to ask Sawyer or Selma. One of you is rolling tech and one of you is rolling connections. Make a choice.
How's your connections?
Well, could be better.
Could be better.
Could be better.
All right, you take tech.
Okay.
I'll take connections. That's a 1.
Oh,
One and
it's
a one. Okay.
1 and a 1.
So I want you to describe, Sawyer, where you see this. It could be that you see the CCTV, and Selma, you either get a call or through your connection somehow someone informs you that they have seen Galen on the CCTV and he is being chased by none other than Bob. So the two of you probably meet as you're rushing to tell each other.
Yeah, and we're getting into a spinner, and
Yeah.
it's just old business,
I'm
right? Like,
breathless. Did you see this?
We gotta go.
Did you see this?
yeah, I heard. We gotta move.
Go, go, go.
My God, my anxiety. Okay, all right, back to you two then. Holy shit, let's go.
Nara.
Detectives Clark and Whitaker moving on priority target.
Tell them who it is. Tell them who it is. If they don't know already. This just happened, right?
Yeah, what do we know that it's Galen being chased by Bob,
Yes,
right?
yes, that's right. That's
what
what
we
you
have?
saw. Yep. And
Moving on priority targets, Galen Edwards and former Detective Wyndham.
yeah, it does. By the way, you did see that it looked like Galen was ordering a resistance member around. They come up on ID as a known replicant, and then Bob shoots that replicant right in the face without hesitating. If you would like to roll insight right now, you may, but it will be at disadvantage.
Might as well while I'm here, right?
It's if you really think that your character would second guess what you're seeing right now.
Can I propose
no, I don't
something?
know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Can I make a manipulation roll to see if they have disadvantage or if they roll normally?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I was giving them disadvantage for Nara, but yes, go for it. This is way better.
I would like to push.
Okay, push it. He rolled a 3 and a 3, which resulted in a 0 for those listening, and he's choosing to push. Oh, and now he's got a 2. Okay, so you would be rolling now your insight at a disadvantage. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Sawyer still rolled a 1. Selma,
But there
you're
was a
up.
2 on the manipulation, right? So
You need me to roll. You need me to roll insight as well.
Insight, yep. Mm-hmm.
Insight.
That's a 1 as well.
That is a 1
Yeah.
as well. Okay. However, Galen did roll a 2. So I think you think this, I mean, it's up to you what you think, but this is very convincing. It looks like there's a good reason Bob wasn't a kill on sight order. If you had doubt that Bob was, still on board, it's pretty convincing that it looks like maybe he was just hiding, maybe trying to hunt Galen down.
So, I guess to Selma, is this looking like, okay, Bob's still on board?
Yes, 1,000%. Bob just shot a replicant and he's chasing Galen
Okay.
down.
Well,
I
I wouldn't push in this instance because it would look convincing enough to me.
yeah.
Okay. So, there is a part where there is a spinner. For flying vehicles,
Yes.
how rare are they?
Very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare. LAPD
So,
only,
So instead,
pretty much, or super wealthy.
there'll be 2 ground vehicles.
Yep. Okay. Ground vehicles are a lot more common to get a hold of.
Yeah. Which, again, Nara had set up, fairly open, easy-ish to get running, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And with the head start that Galen has, he'll have the opportunity to get into one of them and try and get it running before I catch up with him.
It's probably set up, actually, so that it looks like you can't get it running for a minute. And then you probably have a device from Nara that allows you to slap it to the dashboard, and then it will start.
There's also a moment where you can see me, like, rip the door open.
Wow. Holy shit. Hey.
Do
All right.
we see that, narrator? Is
Yes,
there any way we can?
you
Oh
have
my
rolled,
God.
so you have full static feed footage. And what's probably happening is you've gotten into the spinner, you are heading towards the scene. One of you has slapped the KIA on the. Actually, both of you have probably slapped your KIAs in front of you because there's a place where you can mount them. Because remember, I know we're probably thinking of a vehicle as our standard vehicle with the dashboards and the windshields, but these spinners actually are fully open windshields, kind of like Teslas are now, where it's just like
Canopies,
fully.
yeah.
Canopies, that's right. So there's
okay.
places for you to set your KIAs down in front of you so you can see, but you still have full access of everything
okay.
around you. But your KIAs, one of them is probably showing the live feed and the other one is showing like data as to, other stuff. So you have full view of what's happening here.
My God. So I can see that Galen just ripped a door off.
Yes,
a car.
you can see Galen just ripped a door off a car. or a spinner.
I'm a little
vehicle.
speechless because I think I think I would probably assume at that point, right? Like that's not human. That's definitely like I'm not believing my own eyes, but I have to believe my own eyes. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I don't say anything, but mildly freaking out.
Yeah. I look at Selma, then I'm quickly back on, Be advised, one of the targets is a confirmed replicant. Please order standard LAPD units to disengage.
Nice.
So I think I see the car start to pull away. I get into the other one, which is a little easier to get started. I'm still dragging behind, but I'm going to gun it, and I'm going to try and ram into his car.
Okay. Oh my God, we definitely need a roll for this. This is driving. Now, the question is, do we give you advantage because this is a plan?
Yeah, so I would say that I would get advantage,
Yep.
or you can give him disadvantage just because he knows that...
This is agreed upon
sup-
that you're going to ram into him. Yep.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
supposed to wreck close to the LAPD
Yep.
station.
Okay. Yep. So go ahead. So
Are
I
we
think
rolling
probably-
vehicle maneuverability or
yep,
something
vehicle
else?
maneuverability, and go ahead and do advantage if you can do
Okay.
that. If it allows you to do that, which it should.
Yeah,
You
I
should
can do
just-
advantage.
Yep.
So
Okay.
is-
Perfect.
A spinner normally has C for maneuverability. Are we rolling that?
This isn't a spinner though. This is a ground vehicle. But yeah, we could just roll the spinner if you have it on your tab. Just give it a go.
I do. I'm just.
Yep.
That's why I'm
Yep.
just asking.
Go for it.
Oh, you rolled with advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were both rolling.
No, but what's awful is that I rolled with advantage and got
2 ones.
2 ones and a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I have no choice. I have got to push that 3. This has to look convincing.
Yep.
However, because of that roll, and before I roll the next one,
Mm-hmm.
you will see that I am struggling to keep up with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't even just look real, it is real. I'm noticing that I'm having a hard time. Maybe it's the vehicles. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm not used to driving on the
He's
ground.
always been the one who drives between the two
Yeah,
of you, so
so-
that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so for those listening, Galen rolled a 6, 4, and a 2, giving him a 1 for maneuverability. Bob rolled a 1, 3, and a 1, giving him 0. Then he pushed and rolled a 1. So he has
Yeah.
the only time this entire campaign, triple 1.
Yeah.
Triple one.
Yeah. So what
Okay.
do we think happens?
Oh my God.
I notice that he's starting to get away. There is no way for me to... My brain is running. I know that I'm not going to be able to make him crash, but I can pretend that I knew where his destination was.
and cut him off. Holy shit.
So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and take a different road
Okay.
if possible. It's going to be really fucking rough.
Here's
I'm
my
not
offer
sure.
for you.
Sure.
Because I'm an asshole.
Love it.
Because you rolled a 111, I will absolutely let you go down a secret road. But you're going to hit and injure 3 people. And you don't know if it's fatal or not. I'm going to roll for it in a second. On your way. And
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Absolutely.
That's how committed he is. So I need you two to now witness him turning down a street.
Oh, God.
And he hits 3 people in his way with no regard. He doesn't even hesitate. He is gunning for Galen. And you do happen to, you can roll insight if you'd like, but it does look
yes.
like yep, go ahead and roll insight.
Yeah. Ooh. That's a 0.
That's a 0 for Selma. Sawyer, go for it.
Oh, insight? Yeah, absolutely. It's a 0 for Sawyer.
Are you pushing?
I'm not pushing. I have no
Okay.
reason to.
I'm pushing.
Okay, push.
Okay.
They're heading to the LAPD. Bob is trying to cut
Okay.
him off. And you know that. You can tell. Instinct.
Okay. I'm just gonna put this into dispatch.
Dispatch, we have some criminal activity headed towards the LAPD. I just want everyone to be aware. If we can send some extra units, maybe some reinforcement. Oh, copy that, copy that. Thank you. Be safe. Over and out.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I
So-
need 1 second. I'm so sorry. I need one
go
more
for it.
driving from either Selma or Sawyer, whoever's driving the vehicle.
I think Sawyer's driving.
Okay, Sawyer, you want to roll a driving for me, and you guys are in a spinner. Are you driving?
How do you roll driving?
That is a very
Out of
good
curiosity,
question.
It's on the vehicle tab at the top.
Yeah, at the
Oh,
top.
the
there's
vehicle
these-
tab.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never looked at this before in my life. Maneuverability C, I'll just click that.
Yep.
That should be fine. All right.
Nice. 2. Okay.
2.
Okay.
Wow.
Now one more. Bob, you, and Galen, you. Maneuverability.
Oh, God.
One more time.
Normal roll.
Normal roll. I'm sorry. Yes, because it's deciding who gets there first. Galen has rolled a 0.
And I'm normal too, right?
Yep.
At this point.
That is
normal. Yeah,
correct.
I got a
And-
1.
Okay. This is the order in which this occurs. Sawyer is going to arrive first, then Bob, then Galen. Go ahead and RP the scene. The floor is yours.
God, that's so-
Okay. The second that Selma says they're heading to the LAPD, I think I switch gears both mentally and I don't know how if spinners have gears. I'm sorry, but I spring into action and I think I take some shortcuts up in the sky. Obviously, I think we have some like more unfettered access, and get us there. And I think I draw my pistol and get ready to take aim at the driver that's driving towards the LAPD because I don't know what's on that vehicle. So I would probably try and take a pot shot to, I guess we'd set it down wherever we can nearby, and I would be preparing to try and take a pot shot to disable the vehicle, like shouting for people to like clear the area.
Yep. Okay. Oh, that is very good. Okay, so you're shouting to clear the area. I need you to roll connections, please. This is going to determine
Nice, that's
casualty
it.
level. Yep.
I would definitely do that before I take a shot at the vehicle,
yep.
100%. Yeah.
I'm sure it just makes Selma, happy though to know that you are actually trying to clear the area rather than just doing what Bob just did a little bit.
Bob just did.
Yeah.
So what I do is
yep.
I actually fire the gun into the air using like the blast, just to signal everybody, and then I level it at the car to take a shot.
Now, just to clarify, is this my vehicle or is this Bob's? Because you said I was arriving last.
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Yep,
So
yep.
I would have to wait to identify which vehicle is there first.
Yep. I mean,
So I'm probably
you can see it on the
hesitating.
feed. Yeah, you can see it on the feed that Bob looks like he's going to make it first.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Bob, you arrive and you see the spinner. You see the two of them. Your plan has worked.
I don't
Supposedly.
hesitate getting out of the vehicle.
Okay.
I stop, but I sort of I turn my car sideways. Since I've gotten in front, I don't want Galen's car to be able to push through, just in case. So I'm setting the scene of turning the car sideways. I get immediately out, and I go around. I'm behind the door, and I look at the two of you a distance away and nod. And I wait for Galen.
I return your nod. I've got my subcompact ready.
So I think I turn the corner, and do I imagine? Do you want me to roll if I can see what is going on?
Yes. Yes, I do. Observation. That is an 8 and a 1,
success.
which means it's 1 success.
Yeah, so when you come around the corner, you will see me first, because I've parked myself in such a way, knowing the direction you were coming from. You can probably see the other two a little ways behind me from your perspective. You see me with my gun out.
Can you describe what the LAPD building looks like?
Yes, it is actually the same one from the first film, and then they move it later. So those of you who have seen both Blade Runner films, it's the first one, not the second one. Believe it or not, somewhere between 2023, which is the year that we're playing, and 2025, the LAPD building is blown up. And I don't think the players knew that when they said that their plan was to blow up this building. And then they have to move the building. So if that works today, then it's fucking canon. Okay, so the building is very, very tall. It has a setup where you bring the spinners in up top and land, and then they lower down, and then all of the floors are underneath. So you have all of the office buildings kind of going from top sort of to bottom, and the morgue is actually somewhere in the middle, we said, very early on. And so it's a little bit round, rectangular, I believe, if I recall from the first film. But it's quite tall. 250 stories, I believe.
All right. And ground level. Now, I know what it looks like in the second movie. It's a bit like, almost like a reverse Empire State Building, in that it has those sort of rectangular tiers that lead the way down to the ground. Is it of similar shape? This first one, because I don't remember the first one.
The first one, I believe, is a bit more rectangular, but yes, it's similar shape. Just for the sake of RP, I will go ahead and say sure, because I don't know what you're planning, but I like it. I'm looking it up also right now.
So I have sort of taken in what's going on. Are there only the spinner and
This is what it looks like.
Bob outside right now?
I think so.
Yeah, it's them. They haven't gotten out. They haven't gotten out of the vehicle yet. Dispatch has not arrived yet, but it is Bob, and so you see that Bob is out of the vehicle and he's got his gun pointed towards the direction where you are.
Okay.
Also, for those listening, the building is round, and it's kind of got like the top of it has like 5 points, like a star, where you can bring your vehicle, and it looks like there are
cylinder.
4 different, the cylinder. And I will put that up here on the screen in a second for those watching.
Okay. I take in what I see and realize that I'm going to have to change the plan. I am going to hunker down inside the vehicle, and I'm going to aim it towards LAPD.
Oh my God. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
try and launch this car into the building.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Holy shit.
And my goal here is to have this car rammed into the building and roll out. Like jump out of the moving car.
Yep. Okay.
I actually will yell back to Sawyer and Selma and say, "He's got a bomb. Careful." As he starts to speed up.
I would
radio this to dispatch.
Yeah.
I radio this real quick.
Be advised, there could be a explosive on the vehicle that is headed towards LAPD. We have reason to believe there may be a bomb. Copy that. Thank you very much.
I would, to the best of my ability, shoot to disable this vehicle. That would be the next thing that I would do.
Okay, so you are going to shoot, and Galen is going to do a maneuverability. You may push
Also
if you
have to-
like.
I can't. I am out
Oh.
of resolve.
Oh no.
But I hit 0.
Oh, so
and
that means you need to roll on the table, right?
I have already done so.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
And
That's my firearms, in case.
Okay. Oh Jesus, it's a 3. Holy fuck. Okay.
what PB and I have talked about was that each time I bottom out on resolve,
Yeah.
I -1 from the result each time and add another -1 for each time that I lose my resolve all the way to 0.
Jesus. Okay.
So let me see what happens for this one.
You have a specific table you have to roll on now.
Yep.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he has to roll on the replicant table.
Sorry, I accidentally closed
That's all right.
the book. It happens every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, my roll. Hold on, let me find the table here.
Yep.
Do you happen to know what page it's on?
Oh God.
No.
I have
got it.
bookmarks. Hold on.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I got
you do?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just sitting here like riddled with anxiety, and I should be opening my little safety book.
You're fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. So I rolled a 7. I'm rolling a d12 to determine the result. But this is, if I'm not mistaken, the 3rd critical stress that I've done.
Yes, that
so
is
I'm
correct.
minusing a 3, so the result is a 4.
Oh.
Which in this case means that I perform some act of physical self-harm.
Well, I mean, driving into
I
a
say
building.
I say driving
jumping
into
out
the
of a
building
car.
works for that completely, dude. But I'm just gonna say it hurts you when you do it.
I'm
How's
not
that?
going to hop out of the car.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're not going to hop out of the car?
No.
You're gonna
I
just
just-
drive the car until it gets disabled. Okay.
I'm going to drive the car into the building.
Okay, well, you're gonna try, but Sawyer
Yep.
did roll a 3 against your vehicle, so can you take 3 damage to the vehicle? Because the vehicle does have
It's
health.
4 damage, but you would get to roll armor
there you go.
to
Yep.
see if you reduce it. I'm not sure what vehicle stats we're using though.
We're gonna just use the spinner stats because that's what we
Yep, no worries.
prepared for.
Yeah.
So
You can roll its armor rating, and then every success reduces the damage by 1.
Okay.
That's a 0.
Oh my god. Okay, so the vehicle takes 4 damage. How much does the vehicle have total?
5.
Okay.
I take a shot.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Proceed.
Roll your firearms. Roll your firearms.
Yeah. Where is that? Oh, it's right here. Do I roll on the blaster table, right?
Yeah. Or
okay.
you have a weapon, a blaster weapon.
That's a 1.
You can roll the armor
Roll
one more time,
armor
I think.
one more time, Galen.
Before you do, I was gonna push that too.
I would
Right.
argue you have advantage because this is a plan. If you want it,
So I'd roll another D10.
that's right.
Okay.
So if you want, you can just re-roll your blaster, and we'll keep the first 2.
I'm just gonna roll a straight D10.
Yep, okay.
Because the number will be.
Okay.
Yeah. No, just 1 success.
All right.
It's 1 success on the vehicle.
Okay. So
I think it just goes through the windshield.
Yeah.
It just shatters
But
the
I
windshield.
will say that you both see him not hesitate and take a shot through the windshield to try to shoot Galen and take him down rather than the vehicle.
Gotcha.
Huh. Directly shot at
Directly shot at
Galen.
Galen. Once he knew there was there's a bomb in the vehicle, he tried to stop.
And he sped up.
The car is smoking, and it's making horrible screeching noises, like the timing belt is hanging by a thread, and it's just a horrible. It sounds like the car is screaming as I try to ram LAPD HQ.
Okay.
I'm looking for a window, basically, that I can drive the car through.
Yep.
If that doesn't exist, it'll be through the front doors.
Okay. Here's what I would like us to do because I love these contested rolls. Bob, you are on foot. You need to roll your body. You need to roll to dodge this vehicle. Galen,
Roll your body.
Yep. Galen, you are rolling maneuverability. And you two are in the spinner, correct? Or did you get out?
Still in the
You got out, right? Sawyer?
Sawyer's out.
Sawyer's
Yeah.
out.
Sawyer's out, dispersed in the crowd to take a shot, and
So, Sawyer,
I don't
you
know
need
how
to-
far from the
You need to roll your body as well, just to make sure Galen doesn't hit you.
mobility.
Mobility, yep. And Selma, I'm assuming, did you get out of the car once Sawyer got out since you're not driving?
I think my door is open and I'm probably like right at the door, just
Okay.
like surveying everything,
Yep.
but I'm not like away from the vehicle, but I'm out of the car.
Would you like to take a shot?
I think I would.
Okay. Yep. Fire your
so-
firearms then.
That's just firearms. Okay.
1. Galen, roll your armor.
Oh, I thought I got to roll maneuverability first.
This is for the shot. She's rolling a shot on you.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a 0.
Okay, then I know probably what's going to happen. Your maneuverability as well was 0. I'm scrolling up here just to take a peek. Sawyer's mobility was 3. Bob's mobility was 2. Let's describe what happens. You both obviously get out of the way, no problem.
Yep.
The vehicle is going to be hit by Selma's bullet and then run into the LAPD and explode. So why don't we describe what has happened?
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. So he comes barreling towards us.
Yep.
I yelled back, "Get out of the way." And then I think I hear the gunshot from Selma's gun. And I'm not sure where it connects, but I'm going to jump to the side as fast as I can, knowing that I don't even know if even if we shot him, if you could stop the car at this point, considering how fast it's going. So I jump out of the way and then I watch to see what happens.
Galen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just that I take a shot, trying to destroy the wheel or otherwise compromise the vehicle's mobility. I see that it's not going to work, and I basically full combat roll out of the way, but I raise my gun afterwards as if I might take another shot, but it's entirely too late.
All right. Galen. Describe what happens.
I think I go right through the front doors of LAPD it's the cars swerving and making horrible screeching noises. The rubber on the tires just kind of pops. The tires go out. I go partially on the concrete because everything's brutalism. I go up onto the concrete sort of railing that's next to the stairs, halfway onto the concrete railing, and the car launches partially through the front door and also hits the overhang above the doors, making a horrific sort of explosion of debris as this ridiculous savage metal grinding crunch happens. If you've ever been in the proximity of an accident, you know how loud and quick those sounds can be. There's just this horrific crunching sound. The windshield is gone from the car. Can I make a roll to see which way I get out of this car?
Yes, of course.
I rolled a 1 and a 9. It's one success. I'm going to say that I fly through the windshield of the car as it hits the concrete. It's a brutal moment of me making contact possibly with the steering wheel, and then followed by the wall as I fly out of the car.
Jesus.
There's a horrible sort of crunching noise as I definitely break some bones after making contact. The car sort of hangs there for a moment where the front end is completely caved in. The top part of the car is the roof is probably squished like an accordion, and it sort of hangs there for a moment, like up in the air, and then slowly falls back down. And various bits of concrete and debris fall from the entryway to the LAPD.
I stand up very quickly after this happens, noticing that an explosion hasn't gone off. I stand and I run, and actually as I run, I'm running to get into a position to look through that hole that he has just created with some distance, because I don't know what's happened yet. As I do, Selma and Sawyer sees I'm running with my gun out. It's as tactical as anything. I actually put my hands up towards you two. I'm like, and I'm waving you over. And I look in to see if I can see either Galen in the car or what position he's in. Because again, at this point, I don't know what I'm seeing. So do I see him outside of the car?
Yeah, he motioned you over. Does he see you outside of the car, Galen, or not yet? Or would you like him to roll? Yeah, no, you don't.
All right.
You wave them over. You have about 10 seconds before I'm going to interrupt you. Go.
Okay. He's got a bomb. It's on his person. That's a stolen car. We need to get in there. I don't know if he's even alive after that. He's a replicant.
Motherfucker! And you now have about 6 replicants filing in, shooting at the 3 of you.
Shit.
I snap and fire at one as quickly as possible. I'm returning fire immediately on anybody that's opening fire.
Yep, you're going to go ahead and roll, and then Selma, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I just want to roll observation.
Yep, go for it.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a 4.
Oh my God, Selma rolled a 4, a 12, and an 11. And then Sawyer rolled an 8 and a 9, giving 2 for the blaster. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
The crit that I choose to inflict upon this person is massive internal organ damage.
Cracked skull. Oh no, you're choosing
He
massive
gets to
internal.
choose.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit.
Cracked skull is not instant death, but massive internal organ damage immediately puts someone on the floor.
Yep, absolutely it does. And if they don't get medical aid within like a certain amount of time, they're dead. This system is brutal for combat. Okay, so you nail a replicant. We know, the audience, we know it's a replicant because we were there when, Bob made the plan and the deal with Nara. But these two probably don't know for sure that they're a replicant, except that they are for the Replicant Underground, which is seen as a terrorist organization, and they're running in, opening fire. Sawyer, without hesitation, pops 2 shots into this replicant. Wide-eyed, they glance for a second, looking around the room to see if they can see anybody that they recognize before they fall to their knees, blood spilling out of their mouth, and then their eyes roll into the back of their head and they collapse to the ground in the fetal position.
I will take a
Can
shot
I take
too.
cover?
I will
You will
also
take a
take a
shot.
shot at
Go
one
for
of
it.
them.
Yep. Go for it. All right, roll.
Let's see, where is it? Jesus.
Okay. That's a 3 for those listening, which means you need to roll on the critical table and your
So,
damage.
2 extra successes and
Yep.
submit.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so you get to choose between... I actually think what this means is you can apply both because you rolled 2 criticals. Like you
Yeah.
rolled 1 success and then you rolled 2 more over it. So you're going to do 4 damage plus you're going to... Go ahead. Describe what happens.
What I end up doing is as soon as these people yell, Sawyer turns and takes a shot. I get down on one knee, aim. I shoot one in the leg, and as they're falling forward, I shoot again and shoot them through the eye, and they go straight down. And then I try to find a place to get to as well for the shootout.
That is 2 of the 6, correct? Did I say 6 or 8? Okay, just making sure.
He said 6.
Okay, yep,
Yeah, he
okay,
said
so
6.
2 out of the 6 go down immediately. They're not dead, by the way. They are down. They will still have the opportunity to potentially move.
Sure.
Okay, so we have 4 more left. Selma, what do you do?
I think at this point, I'm looking around, trying to see exactly if there's 4 of them, trying to see which way they might be moving. So I'm trying to deduce if they want to kill or if they're trying to get access to the LAPD. So if their quickest movement is just, okay, I've got to get in there, do as much damage as I can, or if they're looking to stay out here. Which is
roll
kind of where
roll
I'm
insight.
trying to look at their direction.
Yep.
Okay.
Roll insight. 1. You have probably 2 of them or 3 of them. We'll say 3 of them looks like they are distracting for the other 2 who are making it for a way up into the LAPD.
Okay. I'm going to go for the 2 that are trying to make their way
Yep.
up to the LAPD.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. And I'm rolling firearm.
That is correct. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm. You can have advantage for your insight roll.
Okay. Can I push?
Absolutely. Of course you can.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. At the finale and having no resolve left? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go for it.
What's the time?
Oof.
Ah,
It's a shame.
Still a 0.
yep. You can push again if you want.
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
Wait, I don't even know if it's going to allow me. It doesn't say I can.
Just go back to the original and hit the button again. I am allowing
Okay.
you to push as long as you're willing to spend the resolve.
Okay. Oh gosh, I don't know if I should push again. Now I'm doing it. Whew.
Nice. Okay, you
just-
got a 1? Mm-hmm.
Got a 1.
Oh,
So
wait.
I'm-
I see she's just doing firearms, not her actual
Yeah.
gun. Sorry, so it won't give you the ability to do the damage. So in your sheet, when you scroll down, you should see
Yes.
under hand to hand, you should see a gun. Hit that one and see what comes up.
The 3 arrows next to the
Oh.
entry should be the button you're looking for.
Yep.
Here. Bam.
There you go.
Oh,
Perfect.
Well, I mean, that's...
So then go ahead and roll your damage.
I shoot and I miss and I shoot again and then I
and I
miss.
fired again, and I
I
fired.
fired again. I think I probably just aimed down the sights here, and the one that's making it closest to like this dark corner because they think they haven't been spotted yet. I'm gonna aim for the leg. I'm trying. I just get one shot in, right?
That's correct. Okay. Now.
Oh, shit.
Galen, I need you to roll something that is like somehow surviving from this fucking crash and getting out of the way of this mayhem. You may have advantage because of the mayhem. It's got to be like a body, probably. It's physically able to get out of here without... I need to determine how much damage you're taking right now from this crash.
Yep.
Yep. Next. Oh, wow. Stamina. He rolled a 2. So that's a critical. Good job. Okay, what do we see as you're getting out of this crash? And by we, I mean the audience and I.
I'm clearly a mangled mess. I'm covered in blood. Probably one of my eyes has been put out, and there's like tears of blood just kind of falling down the left side of my face. I'm also limping on my left leg. My right leg has bones poking out through the skin, through my clothing, and it's quite clear that I have that I'm sort of that I'm covered in what appears to be explosives. I am sort of crawled to my feet. I'm sort of hobbling through the central corridor, and you can see I have a trigger of some kind in my hand, and I'm holding it up with my hand visible, and I say, "Where's Holden?"
Oh.
Okay, so you hear that when he shouts, "Where's Holden?" However, that first initial round of you getting a free shot on the bad guys is over. Now the bad guys aren't going to go, but we are returning to standard combat, which means if they shoot you, you have the option to volley back. Okay, we have 6 of these. The first 2 that went down missed their turn because they are downed. They will have to wait until next round, but that does mean we have 4 shots coming in. I want somebody to roll a 1d3. 1 is Bob, 2 is Selma, 3 is Sawyer.
I'll roll. Our 1d3. 2.
That's you, my dear. Which
All right.
means... Let me open this here. All right. The first one is coming in with brass knuckles. That's you, Selma.
Okay.
I don't have guns?
I think
Guys.
I think 2 of them probably have guns, but they're
I get it,
rare.
I get it.
Guns are super rare, so I want to.
No, I totally get it.
Okay, so this is a 1. So Selma, this means that you have the opportunity to roll your armor if you're wearing any, which you should have a police undershirt on.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So you want to roll that.
And how do I roll this? The armor?
Yep. You should just be able to click on the actual armor in your list. It like scroll down in your inventory, like towards the bottom of the sheet. I can also pull it up here for you in a second.
Okay, I'm looking. I see it, but I'm not sure how to roll it.
Police undershirt armor?
Yeah, I've got that, but I don't know how to roll it. That's,
If you
If you
click
click
the-
on it, it should.
You should
Yeah.
just
Is
be
it
able to
not-
click
is
on the
it
C,
under
right?
armor?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to just
You're
click
fine.
C. And
You might have the
it seems
gear.
like it's
If you
bugged.
click the gear, then try and click it.
Okay. Armor, signature item,
Yep.
gear.
Yep.
No, sorry, the little
There you
call,
go.
not the word gear. I apologize.
So I did
geez,
it for
okay.
you. Yep. So it's the
thank you.
gear, and then you just hover over police shirt and then click it. You don't have to hover over the C.
Okay.
Okay. So for those listening, the replicant attacking with the brass knuckles rolled a 1. Selma's armor rolled a 0, which means you are going to take 1 damage.
Okay.
And it's not a critical. So that's
Where
what you
does he hit
take.
me?
But, ooh, that's a good question. I think right in the jaw. I think he goes straight for your face. So he hits
Okay.
you in the jaw, but you do get a chance to volley back. And you can use your gun if your gun is allowed in close range, or like the
Subcompact, so it
Yep,
should be.
yep. So you're good. So you can use your gun if you'd like.
I think if we're that close, I'm gonna go for the deck to the face.
Okay.
Also.
Okay. The deck to the face is
That's-
not going to be as lethal as your gun, however. Like if you get a shot off, you do have a chance of fucking blowing his brains out. But that's up to you.
Okay. I think in the heat of the moment, I'm paying attention to how my jaw feels. And I know how it's, you know, the bar brawls that she's had kind of gets her back to the days of like, okay, we're doing fisticuffs. So I think that's probably why she goes to hand and maybe not immediate gun, but that's what I'm rolling. I'm going hand to hand. I'm gonna try and deck him right back.
Okay. That means that the attack counters out actually, and you don't take any damage technically on your sheet. You still get decked, but you're not going to take any damage.
Okay.
Okay. Next of the 4, roll me a 1d3.
I'll get you a 1d3.
Thank you.
It's Selma
Oh my
again.
God, Selma again coming in again with the brass knuckles. I'm so sorry.
That's
Let me
okay.
see if I can grab them.
Just taking all the hits.
Yep, you got this, I believe. Okay, here we go. Coming in with the brass knuckles. That is a 2. That is a critical. So you better hope you roll a 1
Okay.
on whatever
And
you're
I'm-
volleying back. So let's actually roll your attack, and then that way, if they cancel each other out, you're not wasting time doing the armor. Is this
You want
the
me to roll
time you want to
attack or my
interrupt?
armor?
Hold on 1 second. Is this the one you want to interrupt in?
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
no.
All right.
All right. So you want me to roll my hand to hand or?
Or your gun, whichever you're going to
my gun.
attack with.
Trying to say. Okay. I think in this instance, I'd still probably be rolling hand to hand.
Yep,
It
okay.
would just be,
Yep,
hits would just keep on coming.
Yep. Okay, go ahead. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Okay, so that means that the 2...
That's a 3.
Well, that is a 3, but what happens then is you cancel out their 2, which means you get a hit in, which means
Okay.
you can now just do damage to them. And with hand-to-hand, it's 1.
Okay.
Okay, so you do 1 damage to this person. I need another
Excellent.
1d3, please. 2 left.
I gotcha.
Thank you. 1 coming in for Bob. Bob, you got somebody
right.
coming in at you with a knife.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
All right. And we're doing hand to hand, right?
Well, or a knife or a gun. It's your choice. You can use any of your weapons that you have as long as your gun is close combat.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
pull my knife out.
Okay, yeah, I
Not
figured.
my gun.
I figured.
We'll go for the knife.
All right, go for it. Okay.
Yeah.
We exchange blows. We probably stab each other, but no real technical damage is done for the sheet. But yeah, for
Okay.
the sake of the fucking awesomeness of this, you both stab each other.
Sure.
All right, last one. 1d3, please. 3
It's me.
coming in for you, Sawyer, and we have another knife coming forward. I rolled a 1.
I respond with my a quick draw, my subcompact when
Yep.
I'm in melee range.
All right, go ahead. And it's a 3. Wow. Okay, roll your critical,
So-
please, and you get both. Jesus God.
Oh my god. It hurts.
Yeah. Sawyer does 4 damage, and also, do you want both legs severed, or do you want to do a severed leg and a pierced eye? I will tell you there is a tactical advantage to either.
I think I appreciate the brutality of ducking in under a knife strike and then blowing both this person's kneecaps out.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So not only do you blow the kneecaps out, but you blow the kneecaps completely off and severing the leg at the knee. This person...
Subcompact's a nasty little thing, yeah.
Yep. This person falls to the ground and they've been effectively removed from combat because they were using a knife and that's the only weapon that they have. Sawyer, would you like to take a kill shot?
on the same person?
Yeah, they're incapacitated.
Yep, I wordlessly shoot them in the back of the neck while they're lying on the ground, and I call to Bob like, we'll handle the lobby. You gotta stop him.
I'm on it.
Okay. One left. 1d3, please.
Oh, is there one left? I thought that was the one
Oh wait,
left
was that
before
the? No, I think there was 2. Right? Somebody correct me. Was I wrong?
It was two at Selma, one at Bob, one at Sawyer.
You're right.
That's 4.
That's all
and there
4.
were-
Yep, that's all 4.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, it's all y'all's turn. And I think we're going to not start with Bob and Galen. We're going to stay with you guys downstairs. So, Selma and Sawyer, let's go. Who are you hitting?
Okay.
There
think-
are 3 of them left. The other 2 are on the ground, but they will be getting up this turn unless you stop them.
So there's one dead, there's 2 critically injured,
Yes.
and
then there's wait. Yes, because I said 6 total. That's right.
Yep.
And then there's 3 that are still up. 2 of those 3 have guns.
For the narrative's sake, I think Sawyer saying you go for Galen is that I would try and shoot the one that was attacking Bob to clear his path.
Yep.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And
Got
that
it.
means you're clearing one of the ones with the knife, and that's okay. So why don't you go ahead and go first? Oh my God, you're fucking insane. Okay, roll your criticals, please. Sawyer rolled a 3 for those listening, a 10 and a 7, doing 5 damage, and you can choose to crack the skull, pierce the eye, or sever the leg. And you can do 2 of these.
Cracked skull and pierced eye. I will just say that's one shot that does the same thing, right? It cracks the skull and pierces the eye at the same time.
Jesus.
And
Okay.
I'm trying to move back into cover because I'm expecting to have fire levied at me very soon.
Yes, this person does not have a gun, so they actually cannot attack you back right now. But they will try to take an attack at Bob as he leaves.
Yep.
That's a 2.
All right. Let me do the knife.
Oh my God,
2.
that's a 2. Okay, so you
I-
exchange blows. What happens?
Yeah. So I start to run, and he goes to slash at me. Mm-hmm. And I think that I just sort of dodge out of the way as I'm slashing at him, and he goes backwards. But because of his movement, I'm moving forward. He jumps backwards, so I'm able to get past him.
Yep. Okay.
So now I'm running towards the building.
We see him run towards the building thanks to Sawyer giving him way.
Yeah, and I think just briefly as I'm running, I don't know if you can see it, Sawyer, if you're looking, but I almost, like, I try to nod at you a little bit as I go. And I'm sprinting.
Yep. Okay.
Gotcha.
Selma.
I've got my gun positioned on the one that's trying to follow Bob right now. And as I'm doing so, I'm also scanning the horizon a little bit. And off in the distance, I blink a little bit because I'm not sure if that is who I am seeing. But I notice Skiff in a window. Just staring. Just watching everything go down. And I freeze. And I get back to what I was doing, and I shoot.
Okay.
I shoot the one that was following Bob, that was following the other guy.
Okay.
The ones that are upright are the ones that I'm aiming at.
Okay. I'm going to. There are 2 of these individuals with a gun. Would you like to prioritize the guns? Yep, I
Yes.
figured. Okay. So now we're going to say that one of the people chasing the guy that was chasing Bob, has a gun. Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, just firearms. Or, I'm sorry, it's the subcompact.
Yes, that is correct.
I don't know if I can push this.
You can push anything you like as long as you have the resolve.
I do. I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And the subcompact damage is a D8. Can you remind me?
Yes.
Oh, yep. Okay. Okay.
Probably lose my focus because I notice Skiff is just.
It's based
there.
off of your firearms, I believe.
Okay. That's fine. That works.
hand-to-hand stuff is D8, I think, usually.
Yep. Okay. And we'll do that. Okay. So that is the... So they rolled a 0 as well to fire back at you. They rolled a 1 and a 3. You rolled a 2 and a 1. So you exchange fire, but nobody gets hit. Okay.
My eyes dart back over to the window.
Skiff, do you do anything?
Do you see me pull out my 44, and I take aim, and you can tell it's not at you.
Oh, good.
And I take a shot as close as I can get without hitting him.
Oh, called shot. Okay. I'm gonna fucking give that to you, dude. You're not trying to hit him. Let's go. You do it.
I want him to notice.
Yep. I think Sawyer, it's up to you if you think you would notice, but I mean, a bullet whizzes past your
I
head.
think a bullet whizzes past my head and slams into the cover on the side that I'm on.
Yeah.
As in suddenly just like, oh yeah. I definitely react, and you see me immediately like roll over the debris that I'm currently taking cover behind to try and find a different angle for cover in response to it. But I'm darting around trying to look for a
Observation
concealed
roll,
shooter.
please. I would argue that you could have advantage because he wants you to see him.
Sure, why not?
Yep, let's do it. Holy shit, do you push?
I would push on this one, yeah.
Yep, go for it. Oh. The push roll gives a 10, so that makes it a 2. Critical. You absolutely lock eyes with him.
I motion with my gun.
Oh, shit.
And for those listening...
And then I back away.
Yep, for
into
those
the building.
listening, he motions with his gun for him to come here. And then backs away into the darkness.
Do I notice this also?
You gotta roll observation.
Okay.
I don't see why not. I'm not trying to hide.
Oh, I don't see why not. You rolled a 2.
Another 2.
Yep,
Wow.
critical. You absolutely see it.
Okay.
What do you 2-2?
I mean, we're still in a slog right now
Still gotta
with
take these guys down.
with 5 replicants
Yep,
still.
yep,
So
yep.
I
Okay,
think,
so you're gonna stay.
I think we have to deal with this. We're just gonna get shot in the back, I think, otherwise.
Yep, just making sure you knew. Okay, all right. That means it's their turn to go ahead and fire. We've got 5 replicants. One of them was taken down this last round, so they're missing their turn. So we've got 4. 4 attacks coming in. Roll me a 1d2 now. 1 is Selma, 2 is Sawyer.
I'll roll.
All right, 1d2. Oh yeah, do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
1.
Selma, I'm coming in with brass knuckles.
Okay.
1.
All right. I've got my gun.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and dodge it. Nope.
Do you push?
That's I cannot push.
Okay, then you need to roll your armor.
Okay.
That was a 0 for those listening. Her police shirt is a 1, tanking that damage for you. The bullet hits you, but does not go through your vest.
Okay.
Okay. Second of the 4. 1d2, please.
Got it.
1.
Sorry.
Selma coming in. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
This one's coming in with a knife. 1.
I'm gonna aim with my gun.
Yep.
And try again.
Yep. God damn it. It's a 2 and a
Police
1.
shirt.
What is happening? Yep, police shirt it up.
Roll.
Oh, 0. Okay, you're going to take this 1 damage. Actually, let me see how much damage you take. I don't know why I keep saying 0. I'm going to say 1 because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
for
it's
my
pretty
knife, it's
low.
1.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
1d2.
Oh, I see why I did it. Okay. So you're going to take 1 damage then, Selma.
Okay.
Okay.
You probably see Selma with her gun aim, but it's a little wobbly, and this person comes in with a knife and just he makes a huge mark down her arm.
Okay. Then we've got 2 left, correct? I'm using my fingers for those who can't see my cam at the moment.
I'll roll-
Okay.
I'll roll
2
the
left.
third
Yep.
one here.
1d2.
1d2.
God damn it, Selma. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, you got the two left with the guns coming at you.
Oh, God.
That's a 0 for me.
Okay, I'm coming back with my gun.
Oh, that's a 1 for you. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. And do I just click the damage to
Yep.
roll that?
Yep.
Okay.
1
It's
damage.
It's always 1.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Unless it's critical, that's correct. All right. And they don't have armor, so they don't get to roll to protect themselves.
Okay.
Okay, that's the last one, which means it's your two's turn. We're going to do one more round before we switch.
Gotcha. Selma does not look good right now, I assume.
Yeah, how is your health looking, Selma?
Well, right now, it's actually not too bad, but you can definitely tell that I'm kind of winded. I'm bleeding, and my shoulder is definitely giving out because I do not want to move it because I've been shot. Also, my jaw is really hurting right now, so I look at Sawyer and I'm just about doing the thumbs up, but saying that I'm still here. So, you doing okay?
All right. I think I wordlessly line up a shot on one of the people that's attacking you. And I'd like to... This is a thing that we can do in the book that I was reading over, which is we can call upon our key memory in order to, once per session, to gain advantage on a roll. And I think in this moment, seeing Selma under threat, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use advantage on my firearms this one time.
Okay.
Don't we need to
that
hear
will be-
about Sawyer's key memory?
You want to hear about Sawyer's key memory? Absolutely.
Oh boy. Sawyer. Go on.
I'm flying high. I am piloting a spinner very, very high. Possibly beyond, or almost beyond, like, the safe limits. And my mother is sitting in the car beside me. And we're having a conversation about this and that and the other, but mostly about my future and about the things that I'm going to go on to do. Because I've just graduated with flying colors from this very prestigious program with a university funded by Wallace Corporation. And suddenly there is a lurch and there's darkness, and for a second we can't see anything. There's a rolling blackout as one by one, in a wave, a ripple almost, the lights of the city below us start to dim and fade out in a wave. And then we are both slammed back into our seats as gravity takes over and the spinner falls like a rock. And I am grabbing the emergency releases to try and get the spinner into a glide. And I'm slamming one lever and nothing's happening, so I'm slamming it again, trying to get the pneumatics to kick in. And I look at my mother, and as I'm able to regain some control of the vehicle, but gliding, just falling with a little bit of reduction on the drag, trying to take us as horizontal as possible and trying to break down our speed with the windbrakes. She puts her hand on my hand. I look at her, and I try to steer the spinner in a way that protects her from the impact. And then we snap back into present, and I take this shot with advantage to try and protect Selma.
Go. Holy shit! That is like the most satisfying roll that we've had the whole fucking, like the sound effects, holy shit, and then the music, and then you rolled a 3? Oh my god, roll your critical damage!
Pierced heart. I shoot this person through the heart, and they immediately collapse into the ground.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Okay, oh my god.
Selma's
I'm
turn.
sorry. Selma's turn. You kill
No,
one.
it's okay.
So now there's legit only 4 left, right? And one of them's disabled.
Good luck following that.
Oh Jesus
there's-
God.
Yeah, there's... Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's 4 left. One has the massive internal organ
Yes,
damage and
yes.
is basically just crawling. And
Yes.
then there's 3 in various states of injury. Yeah.
3 that are giving you trouble. So we're gonna go ahead and let you two attack. Selma, you can go.
Okay. I don't even know if Selma or if I realized how powerful that was because it was just so efficient. It was like that's Sawyer just doing his job. So I'm scanning for the one that's closest to us at this point because she's just been hit with everything. So she's looking for the next hit that's coming. So who's the closest and who's moving?
I think you've got the one with the knife and the brass knuckles are the closest to you.
Okay. So she's gonna go. I'm gonna go for the one with the knife.
Okay.
First, and I'm gonna shoot at them.
Yep. You hit him. You do 1 damage. Okay. Unless you push and want to push for a critical.
I don't think I can.
Yep. Okay. All right. Next up, Sawyer, you actually can have a round just because I was so fucking badass.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Why not? I'm gonna push that.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, you
I
better.
haven't spent any resolve, so I.
Oh, actually, I
you know.
don't think I can fight you back because you're out of range of me. I'm by Selma, so ignore that too. Just roll
It
your.
seems like everyone kind of ganged up on Selma.
Yeah.
Is what I visually seeing.
Yep.
I think she was out in the open more than.
Sorry, I think I will push that again.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Yep.
Like this.
That's weird.
Well-
It should have. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, so 0. So you're gonna keep the original, which is 1 damage. Still correct.
Yep, just the 1 damage.
Yep.
That's fine.
All right.
Yep, so I'll take 2 resolve off.
Okay. So we still have 3 left.
And
Okay.
it's 2 damage from this pistol, from this blaster, I think. On whoever I'm shooting at.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Wonderful. That guy goes down. How do you kill him?
I think same as the other one, I shoot him through the heart. I think just one after the other. That leaves 2 up with Selma and 1 on the ground with the internal injury.
Yes, that is
Think?
correct.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. And I say, "Come get me, skin jobs." You know, just to wheel it back a little bit.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm just checking to see if you guys have fucking ammo in here, because I don't think ammo's an issue.
I don't think ammunition's tracked in this system.
It's
just
not. I didn't
typically
think so. I'm
expected.
checking right now.
There is ammunition if you
rounds.
are changing the ammo type, perhaps. I think if you're loading
Yeah,
a
you
rifle
can
round into the
choose
blaster.
yeah, you can choose to do sonic rounds or other stuff too, but ammo is not a thing we have to worry about, so you're good. Okay. So I'm sorry, we've got 2 or 3 left. Didn't I just say you killed the one? And the other one's mortally wounded. So technically
There was
there's
1 dead.
Yep.
1 dead, 1 through the heart, another 1 dead. There's 3 left. 1 of them has massive
One of
internal
them's
organ injury,
down.
and
So
the other 2 are
technically
standing.
2, yep. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and roll. I know I said I was gonna switch, but I'm a fucking liar because there's only 2 left. So these 2 are gonna go ahead and attack. Roll me a 1d2.
I was hoping they'd come attack me after I murdered 2 people and then yelled at them.
The one of the
in
gun
epithet.
one is going to, but the knife guy is still on Selma. But I will
Gotcha.
roll for it.
Okay.
You want to roll that 1d2?
I will. Yes.
All right.
Ooh. Ah.
Okay, Selma,
Still me.
knife coming in for you. That's a 1.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and shoot. Oh. Gonna. Hopefully my armor will take this.
Okay, you
Gets
take
the
a
other
damage.
arm. Yep. This one actually sinks into the bicep, and I feel it. It's like hot needles, but there's just a ton of them going into your arm all at once. It's a weird feeling being stabbed, and it's very new to Selma, but she's not aware of it until a couple minutes later because her adrenaline's going. But
Yep.
man, it's just an odd feeling to be like, and now she's trying to manage this arm as well as keep her gun up.
Okay. 1 more.
And how much
gun.
damage does that do? Just 1?
Just 1.
Okay.
How you looking, by the way?
Looking okay. Still on my feet. At this point. Yep. Still standing.
Okay.
Definitely bleeding. You can see that there's at this point both sleeves on my clothes are just stained red.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Sawyer. The guy with the gun is definitely going for you because he looks at Selma and goes, "Oh, she's a goner." 2. I rolled a 2.
All right. Dice gods favor me, please.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, are you pushing that? 3?
I'll push the 3.
Yep, push the 3. You'll
yeah.
keep the 10. Jesus. Okay, so that means you've rolled a 3. So roll your critical table, but you only get 1 because your 2
bleeding.
canceled each other out. Oh no, sorry. So you don't get a critical because he rolled a 2.
Actually, that's, no.
Yep. So
yeah,
you just
correct.
do the,
yeah,
you
so
just
it's
do the damage. Yep.
The 2 damage. Yep.
He's still up. Okay, you 2. Last round, and then
All
I
right.
really will switch. All right, Selma, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm bleeding, looking pretty rough, but the person with the knife,
Yep.
or the guy with the knife, he's right next to me, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I've at this point I'm kind of seeing stars because there's a whole lot of blood going on, but I'm gonna take my gun and I'm gonna aim maybe a little bit lower. Maybe something that can incapacitate them.
Yep. Okay.
God dang. Oof.
They also rolled a 0, so you trade blows, but you miss. They try to swipe
Miss.
at you with the knife, but they miss.
Shot, and then I missed. Oof. And you can hear me. I'm panting at this point too.
Yep.
Because there's recoil from the gun, and that's hurting my arm every time I do it as well.
Yep. Okay, Sawyer, you're gonna fire. If you roll a 3, I will let you have an extra attack to try to save Selma's life.
Okay, no pressure. It's fine.
No
If I
pressure.
roll a 3, like this, no.
Do you want to push that 3?
Oh, this is a circumstance in which Sawyer will push the 3. Yes. Just a 2.
Nice.
Oh my god, just a 2, but roll a critical and maybe you'll get lucky and get a kill shot. Oh wait, cracked skull is that the kill shot? I think it is
I
with
think-
piercing, isn't it?
Is
Fuck,
it?
where's the
I actually thought
table?
it was
I got a cracked skull once as Bob, but considering everything about Bob, I don't know if that killed him.
cracked.
Wouldn't
Sorry,
you
that
like
got-
to
that
know?
got me on delay.
Piercing? Cracked
Yeah,
skull
piercing.
is lethal, yes, but it takes a week. It's
Okay.
not an instantaneous.
Okay, but I'm gonna say they've hit the cracked skull and they'll at least go down. They are immobilized for this.
It would still be 3 damage as well.
Oh, then they're dead.
irrespective, if that
They're
helps.
dead. Yep, absolutely. You cracked
All right.
their skull.
And
you have
I-
murdered them. I'm such a
Nice.
liar. Go ahead.
And I think I sprint at this person to make sure and like get into close combat with them to make sure that they can't attack Selma again. I'm trying to make them focus on me for the time being. And hoping I don't get shot at again from across the room, across the street.
No, you just killed the one with the gun. You just killed the one with the gun, and now you've only got the one with the knife fighting Selma. So, and I'm
Gotcha.
a huge liar
Stabbing
because
Selma.
only one remains now, and I just want one more round.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm coming in with the knife on Selma. Oh my god, I rolled a 3! Oh no, this is bad. Oh, this is bad.
That's actually really bad.
That's actually really bad.
Actually really bad.
Okay. Selma, no.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. You get,
Roll
you get
your
your
hand to
contested
hand.
roll and your
Okay,
armor.
before you do that, allow me to just reiterate to those watching. I rolled a 3, which means I have 2 critical successes, which means if she rolls a 0, I roll on the critical table and I get to keep 2. 2 of those on the critical table are just instant death. Okay?
Well, no pressure.
Yep.
I think I'll roll hand to hand here. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, Selma rolled a 2, and which means that I only have 1 success remaining, which means I only do 1 damage. I do 1 damage, and you get to roll your armor. Roll your armor.
Oh.
Roll your
Yeah,
armor.
sure.
Okay.
Ah! I do no damage! damage.
That's a
I do no
one.
damage. I do no damage. Oh my god. Okay, Sawyer, roll your attack on this guy. Jesus. Okay. Okay. I can't attack you because I'm engaged with Selma.
Pierced heart. I run up from behind and put the gun to the back, shoot him through the heart, and
Kill
just
him.
let him fall to one side.
Oh, God.
And I'm immediately. And there's one left on the ground crawling somewhere, but fuck that guy. I'm focusing on Selma right now, trying to help her up to a sitting position.
And I'm kind of woozy, and I go, "Hey, you got him!" And I sort of fall into your body because
Okay.
I'm very faint.
Last very important question. Sawyer, do you go for Skiff?
I steady Selma against what I'm assuming is more debris.
Yeah. How fucked
and-
are you,
Sort of
Selma?
lean
Just
up
yeah,
against it.
yeah. Let's give you a scene. Take it away. Sorry, I'll shut the fuck up.
I will. There's this moment that I think you see it in my face where my eyes are off at that building, and you can see in my head that I'm making this decision between these 2 points. And then I immediately start putting pressure on your wounds.
This is Blade Runner Clark. I request immediate EMT to my location.
Copy that.
I need backup to secure this area immediately now.
Copy that. Copy that.
God damn you! I know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You don't need to stay here. They'll be outside.
My job's protect. You're my partner. I'm not leaving.
Ugh. Ah.
Meanwhile,
Holden!
I start yelling at the top of my lungs. God damn it, Galen! Why?
This act is going to kill everyone. We have to wake up the world. And it's gonna start with the LAPD.
Wake up the world with a bomb?
It's spitting right in the face of authority.
You do this, then you're no... And I stop myself. Don't do it, Galen. Come on. Put it down. No one else needs to get hurt. There's been enough of that. Don't make me do this.
I look around. Do I see Holden anywhere? There's enough explosives here to take out the building. The whole thing will come down. It'll give the replicants a chance.
roll observation.
Why do you care?
I'm so sorry. Roll observation, both of you. 2 from Galen,
successes.
1 from Bob. I think you see the camera in the hallway turn. And now you know you're being watched. Holden will probably see this, even if he's not standing here in the hallway.
Why do you care?
Why do I care? Because replicants are people too. They don't deserve to be murdered in the streets. They don't have a choice. We've never had a choice. You don't ask questions. You just kill us.
After noticing the camera, I look at Galen, right into his eyes. You are my partner. You are my family. I'm sorry. And I fire. Right at the eye socket, where if there was an identification, it's no longer there. I look for other people in the lobby. I'm like, get a bomb squad in here now. Oh. It was just us? You were my brother. I'm sorry. And then I turn to walk outside to check on the other two.
Okay. Galen.
I can't see. Both my eyes have been put out.
Oh my god.
From both eyes, there are just trails of blood. I lay there, knowing that I helped Bob. Gave him another chance. You gave him more choices. I've only had a few myself. My memories are only of pain. Memories that don't belong to me. But for a time, I breathed the same air. I felt the same rain. And I carried the weight of those memories that didn't belong to me. It wasn't just about survival. I was looking for a level playing field. A world where we're not just shadows. But in the end, I'm just a blip in the system. Just a glitch. In some other king's plan. As the last of my breath escapes me, I think about Bob I think about Skiff. And I hope that I did right by them.
RJ, what were you doing during that entire interaction?
Me?
Yes.
For the most part, just watching. Making sure the plan went off without a hitch. Seeing off ours as they went in. All 6. I knew. All 6 I'd broken bread with, all 6. It's funny. Just when I feel like I'm getting sentimental, it comes back to me. How much I hate them. Hate means so much to me, so much for me, and I'm not sure why.
Whether you seek adventure, enlightenment, or
It's
simply a chance
coded
to
into me.
redefine your
It's
reality,
part of who I am.
Off-world offers a portfolio of captivating experiences.
I don't know
designed
if it is
for the
me.
discerning explorer.
What
At
am I?
Off-world, we go beyond the boundaries of your imagination. Experience life in ways you've only dreamed
I
of.
thought I knew.
Breathe fresh air, see
And
blue
then,
skies, and experience clear
in the last few
clean rain.
hours,
Forge
planning.
unforgettable connection.
You ever heard of an anechoic chamber before? You can't hear anything. Nothing, just yourself. Your own thoughts, your heartbeat, your breathing. Being in a room with Bob was like that. Every breath I took, he took. When I held my breath to test him, he did too, at the same time. I don't know who I am, what I am, or why. But I don't think I care about why anymore. The job is done. That's good enough for me, I think. For the cause. For the cause.
Sometime later, we join Sawyer and Selma and Holden inside the LAPD. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I need you to put your gun, and he looks directly at you, Sawyer, on the table, and your badge as well, and sit down.
Of course. I unbuckle my holster. I have 2. I have an underarm and a side holster. I place them both down, along with my badge. And I glance to Selma, almost like looking for a reassuring look, and then I take a seat again.
I'd give you a... one of those. I don't know. I'm still standing.
He picks up both of the guns, tucks them away, and looks at you, Sawyer, and says, "How many was that?" replicants that you've retired?
In the lobby of the LAPD, sir?
No, your entire career so far.
31. I understand it's a lot in a short amount of time, sir, but the, needs must.
Selma,
Sir,
how many have you retired in your entire career?
at this point, sir, I believe the entirety is something like 12 or 13.
Mine's 20. He looks you dead in the eye, Sawyer, and says, I want you to answer all of her questions. Every single one. You understand?
Sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Whose questions?
He gets up, begins to walk out of the room before placing a hand on Selma's shoulder and says, I trust your judgment, and leaves the room. The person who walks into the room next is different than you expect, but you recognize the face of Nara Anderson. She sits down in Holden's chair, and she's looking at something in her hands. A file folder.
Do I notice anything about this file folder? Do I see any information on it?
Roll observation.
I can't push.
And what did you roll for those listening?
A 0.
You do not notice anything on the file folder.
I'm still standing there
Nara.
with my hands behind my back.
Nara Anderson.
You're answering my questions. Then I'll answer all of yours. Understood?
Understood.
The poem Pale Fire, do you know it?
Nabokov? Yes, of course.
Recite your favorite stanza.
I glanced to Selma for a second. First 4 lines. I was the shadow of the waxwing slain by the false azure in the window pane. I was the smudge of ashen fluff, and I lived on, flew on, in the reflected sky.
Each time I speak a word from that stanza, you will repeat it back to me, as quickly as you can. Do you understand?
I understand.
Ready?
Ready.
False.
False.
How does it feel to lie to someone you love? False.
False.
Do you ever feel like your face isn't yours? False.
False.
Do you ever feel you ever hesitate in the moment? False.
False.
Reflected.
Reflected.
Do you recognize yourself when you look in the mirror? Reflected.
Reflected.
Do you ever see yourself in the eyes of your colleagues? Reflected.
Reflected.
Do you have your own opinions, or do you just repeat the ones you hear? Reflected.
Reflected.
Waxwing.
Waxwing.
Have you ever seen a bird in flight? Waxwing.
Waxwing.
Have you ever seen one fall from the sky? Waxwing.
Waxwing.
Have you ever ripped its wings off? Bloody feathers. Waxwing.
Waxwing.
Slain.
Slain.
Do they look more real when they're alive or after you've killed them? Slain.
Slain.
Does your breath catch in your throat when you walk past the morgue, slain?
Slain.
Could you handle watching your partner die in front of you, slain?
Slain.
You are the first success of the Blade Runner Replicant program. Congratulations.
What? That's a lie.
I assure you it is not.
No, that is a lie.
I assure you it is not.
Why are you doing this? No, you've been working with terrorists. You are a terrorist.
I stand up and I slap the folder down on the table and I open the first section of it so that you can see all of the data in front of you. You are designed by Kano Nakayama himself.
Nakayama?
That's right. I wish it was me, but it wasn't. He was right about the emotion and I was wrong.
I have surgical scars all over my body from the accident.
Of course you do. You wouldn't believe it otherwise. What is it that your father always used to say? There's nothing in life worth having that you didn't fight for, and we're fighters?
Yes.
Kano used to say that all the time. I look to Selma. You have with you the greatest Blade Runner in existence. You can choose to keep him as your partner or kill him. Up to you. And I stand up and walk out of the room, leaving you two alone.
I am clutching a glass of water in my offhand, which has splintered and shattered under my grip. And now blood is pouring from my left hand. And I stand up very slowly and I walk over to the window. And I am the most lost you have ever seen me.
No. Fuck this. And I go over to you, and I grab your hand.
So?
We're gonna get some answers. Right now.
Hang on a second. Just a second.
Right now.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what she just told you. We're gonna go out in that hallway. We're gonna get us some answers. Okay?
Okay. I'll follow you.
You've saved my ass out there. How dare they? And I yank your hand away from the window. Because I can see where you're going. And we go out in that hallway. And I look for Nara Anderson.
Roll observation. It's a 2. You can catch up to her if you like.
And I stop her. It looks like she's about to head out. And I just stand directly in front of her.
Well, this is an interesting choice.
Sure is. Who the hell are you? Why are you here?
Nara Anderson, lead developer at Tyrell.
Not anymore.
Retired 2 years ago. Has since been noted to be working with Wallace Corporation with known ties to the Replicant Underground. But it seems that doesn't matter anymore.
No, it doesn't seem like it matters at all, does it? Seems like this was just one big, fat lie. And I pull out my gun. And I motion to go into the room next to me. I want to chat.
I move into the room, slowly. I don't seem panicked. And I sit down. Is there a chair here? Have you taken me to an interrogation room? Where have you taken me?
Yes.
Okay.
Wherever the nearest set of chairs is. I motion for Sawyer to join us. Come in. Close the door.
I do exactly as she asks me, with no hesitation.
Why? Why? Why would you make a... Why?
Why would I make a what?
This campaign against a replicant only to bring a replicant into the fold.
Because it's the future.
The future?
That's right.
What future?
The
What
only
future do
future
we
they
have?
will have.
They.
That's
Who's
right.
They?
My eyes dart to Sawyer and then back to you. The only future they will have is if they can pass for us.
But that's not what we want, right? The whole point was not to have that. The whole point was not to have them pass. The whole point was to weed them out. And I look at Sawyer.
He can do that for you. I can't stop you. The only reason I am alive right now is because I gave this info to Holden.
And Holden knew. How long did Holden know?
Not long. He was just as surprised as you were.
Okay. And I lean back in my chair. And I look at
Miss
Sawyer.
Anderson. You said you were wrong about empathy. What did you mean by that?
It would appear that you have to cut out your heart to pass baseline.
Was there a real Sawyer Clark?
Once upon a time, yes. He died in a crash. Unfortunately.
Where is he buried? Was he buried?
He is not. It was in his insurance policy that we would keep him living. And we did.
Huh. You know what? And I look at the person standing nearest to the door. You should be able to decide what happens to this person. Not me. I'll look the other way.
Miss
But I
Anderson?
don't know if she cares, so please.
Do you know how Eldon Tyrell died?
Yes, I do.
Killed by his own creations.
That's correct.
Did you ever foresee that happening to you?
I saw it as a possibility, yes. But the data from this encounter is worth the risk.
The data?
The data.
That's right.
What did they change?
See for yourself.
I think in my left hand, I'm still clutching a shard of that broken glass. The drinking glass that I shattered. And I am very close. Close enough to reach out and touch her at this stage.
I simply watch you.
How long do I live?
My eyes dart very briefly to Selma, and then back to you. You're the first with an uncapped lifespan. Selma, roll insight. I'm lying, but I'm doing it out of empathy. You can call me on it if you wish, or you can stay silent and let Sawyer think he has all the time in the world.
I don't know if I can make that call right now.
She rolled a 1 for those listening.
I sit there and say nothing.
Did his mother survive?
Unfortunately not.
Can you tell me one reason why I should let you live?
No.
Are you gonna keep doing this? Are you gonna make more like me?
If I don't, someone else probably will.
I rammed the shot of glass into her throat.
She does not break eye contact with you. She struggles back in her seat, grabbing at her throat. Blood squirts everywhere, all over you. The table, Selma probably gets a little bit on her as well. And then she starts clawing at her throat, her eyes wide. This was clearly unexpected for her. And then her eyes slowly lose focus, and she goes limp, eyes open, mouth agape, dead.
I stand up. And I don't know what to do in this instance, but I go over to the person known as Sawyer, and I reach out to them in an embrace.
I collapse into your arms, and I quietly sob.
It's okay. It's okay. I got you. I got you. I got you.
What is it to be human? Is it knowing right from wrong? I think humanity lies in the struggle with the question and not in the answer. Is killing you right? I have to admit, at this moment, I don't care.
Can I speak? Just for a few minutes?
Be my guest.
Everything that I was taught, everything I learned, all the memories they gave me, there's only two people I cared about impressing. Selma and you. And I think it's funny. Because I remember them saying that some of them love because of memories that a replicant had of you. And I guess everyone has to wonder who taught them to love, who taught them to hate. Was it Selma? Was it Nara? Was it you? I don't know, but all I have amounted to is a blood stain on the glass. If you think it's right to kill me and Skiff, just admit that we're alike. Just admit that if they made me to be the worst parts of you.
Like I said, I don't care. For you, Natalie.
everybody.
Goddamn. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Yeah.
That was so fucking good. That was solid. Also, I know I just said this, but I'm so sorry that the ads were playing during the beginning of Myra's speech. I was so immersed that I just I didn't even think that they would be there. And I was like, oh, do I just leave the screen here? Do I go to black screen, or if this one will be good? So I apologize. Fucking ruined the finale, but otherwise you guys destroyed it. You killed it, man. You fucking killed it.
Oh, what a time.
Yeah.
That was very intense. It was very intense. And
That was good shit, man.
Yeah.
It's good shit. I feel like every single week, and this is to everybody in the audience as well, we at the end were like, oh God, we're just so tapped, like emotionally so tapped. And I'm still like, oh my God, the finale. Oh my God, that was the finale. Like, so
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. What a nice.
It's such a treat for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people, when like a bunch of nerds get together and take shit, take something, made up, phony, whatever you want to call it, like take shit like this
Make
seriously.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acting.
Yeah.
Special. It's really special because every single person in this cast took it seriously. And sure, there were moments of levity, of course, but when it came down to it, fuck, this is one of the best casts I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. I hard to agree with that.
No, for real.
Thank you. Holy
Everybody
shit.
took it as seriously as I did, and I love that.
Yep.
Also, this is real whiskey.
Yeah, it was real whiskey in the beginning too. It was so good.
Every time I drank on stream, except for the first time, it's been real whiskey, so I'm a little bit oh, you motherfuckers.
Method prop.
I love you guys.
So we are gonna do.
You guys are the best.
No,
you guys.
So we are going to do a round table next week, which means it's for a few hours, same time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. If you have any questions for these players about their characters or process, feel free to drop that in the Discord, and we'll collect all of those questions and prepare them for next week. And our Discord, for those on YouTube or anything like that, should be linked in the description below. For those listening to the podcast, it's discord.gg/tablestory. So, please come join us, drop in those questions. We'll be back next week, but I wanted to give everybody a chance to say goodbye and say who they were, since we don't normally do shout-outs. Take it away. Meyer. Fuck you, you're first.
Hi, my name is Meyer. I played RJ this campaign. And a shout-out. Well, first of all, I think it's an odd one for me, right? Because I'm kind of a cameo character, so I'm coming at this with this almost feeling of being part of the people watching, part of the audience. And it's been really cool to kind of just insert myself into the story and to react to all the characters and the story you guys built all along the way. It's been a really interesting experience, and thank you guys so much for I guess, it's a weird one, right? Accepting me into the production, because you guys already had your cohesiveness and you knew each other, and I've RP'd with Whack, I've RP'd with PB and Aaron before, but still, there's always that added element to it. But yeah, anyway, thank you for always picking up whatever I put down and making me feel comfortable to RP with you guys. And for tolerating my bullshit in chat and stuff as well, because whenever they were being serious, I was shit posting away, trying to see if I could get any reactions.
I tried to get Meyer to break when he was doing a serious scene today. I sent him a stupid tweet.
But it's been real.
He held it together though.
Wait, Meyer was in that? Surprise!
I'm here right now. But last words. It's my first time RPing with Elspeth, with Zeke, and with Flick as well. Actually, I've RP'd with Flick before in Wild RP, but it was my first time doing this kind of more personalized style of roleplay, and it's been an honor to roleplay with you guys. It's been awesome. You guys all so like the clock speeds you guys operate at are so fast. It's unbelievable. Like when you're there and you're like, just the things you guys come up with, the way like watching you guys like just be able to like bounce off each other and like further the story or further a plot line or a conversation based off one line. Like it's just awesome. It's really cool. And I'll stop gushing now because otherwise I won't stop. But yeah, that's not a shout out, however. My name's Meyer. You can find me at twitch.tv/Meyer, where I do stuff. What stuff? You can find out there. That's the shout out.
Perfect. Thank you. Aaron.
Hi, my name's Aaron Black. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't need to shout anything out.
Well, you don't, but you can. Yeah.
Give us your Twitter at least.
Yeah, come on.
Jerk off. Come on, let's go.
He's a writer. He's a writer. He's a writer.
The whiskey's talking.
Look up Aaron Black.
I'm a writer. I wrote a book called Firewall Down. It is a detective mystery novel. Funny enough, the main character's name is Detective Luther Lake. So when Zeke's like other personality came out and it was a Detective Lake, I was like, what the fuck?
I had no idea.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty fucking great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. If you want to pick it up, you're more than welcome to. It's a good, easy, fast read.
Book 2 is next month, right?
I will kill you. It is not next month.
Is that a sore subject? Or?
It's what it's become. It's so when's the next book coming out? Be like, no, I don't.
God damn it, Whack! When it's done, it's done.
It's done. That's me. I'm on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes, and there's a lot that I want to say, but I am going to hold off for now, so everyone else can get through their stuff.
Okay.
But love you guys. Fucking fantastic cast. Holy shit.
Thank you. Whack.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wax Steven. I played Galen for you here on the show. I hope you enjoyed this strange and complex character. He was probably one of the harder characters that I've played, just from the thought process that was going on, and it was a beautiful thing to see everybody really shine in this show. I think everybody really had many amazing moments, and I think that I was just impressed by everybody at various points. It wasn't just once. It wasn't like one time here and there. It was many times, usually every episode. So I just want to say thank you to the rest of the cast for being so incredible and being really easy to roleplay with. And a big thank you to PB for just putting her heart and soul into the show. And you have no idea how hard it is to run one of these shows on Tablestory. It's really difficult, and PB has a magic power that allows her to think ahead many steps with like multiple scenes simultaneously. It's crazy. I don't understand how she does it in the way that is keeping true to the lore and also making us a part of the story, and this was supremely challenging. I know that I probably couldn't have done anywhere close to as good a job as PB did on this show, and from start to finish I have been impressed. Get wrecked, nerd.
PB, do you need a bucket to throw up into?
No, Whack, your talent lies elsewhere. You're in a different area. You're good.
I'm not saying I'm bad. I'm just saying what PB has done is incredible, and she's the only one that can do things this way. So great job to everybody, and especially you, PB. Wonderfully done.
Speth.
Hi, I'm Elspeth. I played Selma Whitaker on the campaign for you. also supremely challenging character. I rolled for this character, so it was not something that I was expecting, this archetype, and that was really difficult to portray because she's supposed to be this hard-boiled older person on the force, and that is really, really difficult at some points for me because I tend to be very forgetful and not very observant at all. So when you guys would point out, well, didn't Selma know about this? It's like, actually, Selma probably knew, but Elspeth definitely forgot. So there were so many points where I'm like, I am just not hard-boiled like at all, bro. This is very difficult. But what made it easier every single week was most definitely, being a part of such an amazing cast. I just wanted to tag on there. Everybody did an outrageously good job, and I loved seeing people really get into their depths with their characters, not just like, oh, here's like the good parts of them, because everyone wants to be able to shine and be like, oh, look how well I'm doing at like this dramatic moment. There's also so much subtlety that everybody brought, which I was like, God, it's like in the finer details where the little things that they say, it's like, oh, you can tell they're really hurting. And there was so much authentic pain, I think, brought to this table as well. So that was really like, wow, amazing to channel that. And I'm also tagging on to the sheer magnitude of a force of a Promethean person that is the Pumpkinberry. And one of the sole reasons that I signed up for this was simply because she asked, because anything that PB does is motherfucking gold. Role playing is always a joy because it's like one of those instances where when she's GMing, you're like, I'm in good hands. I don't have to worry. I'm fine. I've got my safety net here because yes, even though there might be a really like hard moment and it might be really difficult to RP and get through, I'm gonna get emotional here. Baby is always like there to make it like, it's okay. It's part of the story. And that's like comforting in itself because she's just a really fucking good storyteller. Okay, I love you, PB. That's all.
I
love you guys. And thank you so much.
Motherfuckers.
Thank you so much to the cast. And thank you to the audience too. You guys are amazing. It was so awesome to be like, oh yeah, fuck Selma. And like, just watch it. That was awesome. So thank you, and everybody did great. Okay, love you guys.
Thank you, Zeke. Shout out, Zeke.
No. I refuse.
Pumpkin?
No, I just want to make sure that I have the right person that I'm going to shout out real quick. Yes, is that you? That is you. Okay. Real quick, just off the top, I just want to shout out KJL473.
Yeah.
For way overanalyzing every episode.
Oh,
holy goddamn! Like I go to the actual Tablestory Discord and I'm like, bro or bro-s, like, you are reading a lot into this, and I appreciate how invested you are. You're more invested than most of the characters in the show. For real though, I love that shit. I love nerds getting nerded out. I love that shit. So just want to shout you out real quick. Just to piggyback on what Elspeth was saying, PB is one of those. Yes, I'm going to talk about you, PB. PB is one of those DMs that lets you play, and she's one of those GMs that lets you give her an idea, and she'll do this weird like PB thing where she's like, yes, that is the thing that we want to do, and I was like, oh wow, I thought it was a minor like thing. It's great. It's like I've done like the only thing I can relate it to, and I'm sure like I'm gonna say maybe Flick and maybe Aaron improv, when you have a yes and person, someone who's willing, someone who's a player who will play with you. That's PB. PB plays, and that's not something it's rare that someone like yes ands you. And I hate to even use that term because it's been like, devalued from saying it so much, but like it is a thing. It's like, yes, I want to do that for you, and I want this to happen too. Very important for a role player, someone who takes it, who loves it as much as I do. And I've said this many times, like if I could do role playing rather than video games to make a living, I would do that. Absolutely. This is D&D, RP, like all the shit. This is my first love, and video games is a close second, but like it's still second because I love this shit. And when it's good, ain't nothing better. So that is not just PB. That is everybody in the cast doing their job. And that job is to play. And I'm 43 years old. I might be the oldest person here.
You and I are pretty close.
Yeah.
Barely.
I'm 43 years old, and I still love to play pretend.
Yeah.
And it's still one of my favorite things to do. You know, you're never too old for it, man.
Yep.
I hope I never get too old for this shit. I love playing pretend. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for being a part of this, and thank you to the cast, and thank you to PB for putting this all together. This has been one of my favorites. You know, I mean, Nocturne has its own thing. It's like a own place on the shelf, of course, but like, this was wonderful. So, and I hope we did, like, really importantly to me, I hope we did fans of Blade Runner proud. Yeah. Because I'm a fan of Blade Runner. I'm a fan of both. Like, I'd never read the books, sorry, but I've watched both movies several times. Just not only like, I watched them several more times after knowing I was in this, and during the run of the show. I watched them again and again. Or at least I think I probably watched them 3 times, both the old and new, just to like go, okay, am I saying right? Am I doing the things right? Like, is this good? You know, does this belong in the universe? So, thank you. Goddamn, I rambled. Holy shit. I didn't know this. If you want to follow me, twitch.tv/Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out, on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Flick.
Hi, I'm Flick. You can find me at twitch.tv flickerclad. This is my Tablestory debut. I decided to play a very uncontroversial character just to get started. I think it's just to get my feet wet. I
want to have a signpost that says, "Bring back Blythe." Bring back.
I mentioned this in the Discord, but everybody, chat, you guys were rooting for them. You were rooting for Selma and Sawyer during that fight. Because Sawyer's the main character.
Funny fact, I never saw either Blade Runner film until PB said, hey, I've got this thing, I'd like, very small role. I just need you to do some voiceovers, basically, and that's it, that's the whole shebang. And I said, oh, that sounds like fun, and so I watched the films to get into it, and then I kind of like stepping into a fairy ring, like a fey circle. I have been trapped as a cast member ever since. And it's been an absolute joy from start to finish. Yeah, and I am very grateful that I got to roleplay with all of these fantastic people, because every single scene has just felt very alive and very kinetic and completely unpredictable.
We love to hate you, Flick.
I love to hate me too, man.
Oh, no.
We'll talk about it at the round table, but that was very much a check-in moment for Elspeth and Flick. Was that we would check? Oh, God, I'm taking over. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You're good, bud.
It's the whiskey.
Yeah. You did already do your URL, right, Flick? I've dissociated about 20 minutes ago. Okay. Wonderful. Great. Okay. Thank you. I'm PB. I've kept them for way over time, so I'm gonna try to keep it short. But I was gonna try really hard to do this without getting emotional, but that's gonna be difficult. This is one of the best casts I've ever had. This is one of the first times I've ever, and I'm not lying to you, this is probably the first time I've been tempted to do the show longer than when I know it's over, to keep going when I shouldn't, because y'all were such a joy to GM for, and everything I put out there, you yes-anded me back, you loved your characters, you kept me thinking, you kept me on my toes, and I was having a lot of fun. I had so much fun with this show. And yeah, you guys did me proud. This is a show that feels like it's in Blade Runner. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm a huge fan, and I did read the book many times. Collector's edition of the book. I am a huge fan, and like the fact that everything that you guys did fits in the world, it could be canon, is just icing on the cake. Everything that you did was perfect. Thank you. That was it. What the fuck? That's it.
And you can find her at twitch.tv/Pumpkinberry.
But also, I'll be here. I'll be here next week for the roundtable. So once again, if you've got questions for these players about their characters or their process or whatever, go to our Discord and put them in the Blade Runner channel. Once again, that's discord.gg/tablestory.
Or better yet, show up and ask.
Yeah, or you can show up and ask live if you can make it to the live show. So we'll see you next week, 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much. And that's it.
Do we wave? Okay.
We wave.
Bye. Do we wave?